The following is a special sports presentation of Renda Media. It's time for another Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Football Sports Night on AM 1160 and 101.1 FM WCCS, Cat Country 106.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV, presented by the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. Our coverage of tonight's Homer Center River Valley simulcast is sponsored by the Indiana Regional Medical Center and IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, S&T Bank, Walbeck Insurance, Joyce Plumbing and Heating, Luther Ford Lincoln, the Altman Volunteer Fire Department, Luxembourg's Jewelry, Indiana Floral and the Flower Boutique, Integrated Power Services, Grand Beginnings Children's Center, Homer City Redevelopment, Rapine Travel, by Dean's Diner, Blairsville Fleetique, the Indiana County Technology Center, the Maine's Chiropractic Clinic, by 5-Star Mitsubishi and 5-Star Power Sports, Indiana Total Therapy, the American Legion Post 493 of Homer City, Marion Center Bank, Hutton Blues Insurance, Friends of Joe Pittman, the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club, Robindale Energy Services, EMB Computing, the Allied Milk Producers, Friends of Jim Struzzi, Meckling Insurance, and by First Commonwealth Bank. Now let's go live to the field for the ITT Live pregame show, presented by Indiana Total Therapy. Here's Mark Burdick, Jeff Cribbs, and Bill Cody.
Wildcats on what
Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Not hearing me. Checking 1, 2.
Can hear you. Can hear you.
All right, so we're working through some technical issues here, folks, but we are at Panther Stadium with Bill Cody and Jeff Cribbs will be down on the sideline. I'm Mark Burdick. Tonight, a battle of 2 3-1 teams. The River Valley Panthers, Bill Cody, you and Jeff have been following them all season long on Cat Country 106.3. After a disappointing Week 2 loss at Cambria Heights, they have really come on.
They have come on, and they've got their line straightened out, got their identity of who they want to be, not just offensively, but defensively. One of the things we'll look for tonight is avoiding those big plays. Homer
Center, they've been the surprise of the Heritage Conference after back-to-back 2-8 seasons, and their schedule has been very, very difficult.
Yeah, it has. Northern Cambria start the season with a win, surprised a lot of people. Then you're at home against United Valley, and you're thinking, okay, they beat United Valley. We got something here. They were 2-8 last season. They were 2-8 the year before. That's not happening this year. And looking at the schedule, tonight's a bump in the road. Kind of favorable going the rest of the way. This is a big game in the Heritage Conference, Mark.
No question about it. Coming up on our ITT pregame show, we'll have a trip around the Heritage Conference up next. You'll hear from River Valley head coach Ed Dalton, Homer Center head coach Greg Page. We'll have the starting lineups, and Bill will deliver the Luther Ford keys to the game as well. That as we continue from Panther Stadium, a beautiful, steamy homecoming night here as we approach late September. Coming back with more on our ITT pregame show on the Renda Media Football Network, powered by IRMC.
It's Summer Meltdown at 5-Star Mitsubishi Altoona. We're on fire! Take up to $10,000 off your new Mitsubishi. Plus, you get the best warranty on the planet and free scheduled maintenance. Whether you choose a Mitsubishi Outlander, gas or plug-in hybrid, Eclipse Cross, Outlander Sport, Mirage or J4, the Mitsubishi Giants got you covered. Take up to $10,000 off today, only at
5-Star Mitsubishi Altoona. It doesn't get better than this.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Becoming a champion isn't defined by a single moment. It's a journey shaped by years of dedication on and off the court. Milk stands out as a nutrient-rich powerhouse loaded with protein, calcium, and essential vitamins, making it crucial for muscle recovery and building strength. Fuel your passion with milk, a natural sports drink. Drink milk, stay strong, and play hard. Cheers to the incredible benefits of milk and sports nutrition. A message from the Allied Milk Producers.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
From furniture to flooring, mattresses to accessories, you'll save big at Dowd's. Dowd's showrooms are filled with furnishings from America's finest manufacturers. You can save thousands on Dowd's floor samples and receive incredible savings on custom orders. Whether you're looking to furnish one room or your entire home, right now it's all on sale at Dowd's. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Burdick, and welcome back to our ITT pregame show. And it's time for our trip around the Heritage Conference, driven courtesy of our friends at Repine Travel. Repine Travel, where your next adventure is just a click away at repinetravel.com. Well, as we reach the midpoint of the season already, Week 5 could be billed as Rivalry Week. The biggest rivalry of them all, the annual Coal Bowl, 51st edition at Cambria Heights, as the 3-1 Highlanders host the 2-2 Northern Cambria Colts. Cambria Heights had their 13-game conference winning streak snapped last week at home against Marion Center. Prior to last week, you have to go back to the final regular season game of 2023 on October 27th when they lost to, yes, the rival Colts. This game is not only on U92.5 FM, but also a special video presentation on Renda Digital TV's YouTube channel. Let's head up to Route 286 to Purchase Line for another rival game. The Red Dragons host backyard rival Penns Manor. Purchase Line is 1-3 after winning last week. The Comets 2-2 after a loss at Homer Center. Tonight at Panthers Stadium in Blairsville. It used to be arguably Indiana County's biggest rivalry, but when the Bobcats died, so did the rivalry. Nonetheless, River Valley, now the largest school in the Heritage Conference and winners of 2 games in a row, 3-1 overall, they will face the third straight Class 1A opponent in Homer Center. Wildcats have been perhaps the biggest surprise of the young season, off to their best start since 2021. In addition to WCCS and WLCY's radio coverage, the game being video streamed on our YouTube channel on Renda Digital TV. In other games, an old Westpac rival game as the Conemaugh Township Indians, losers of 2 games in a row, now 2-2, travel to Portage Stadium to face the 2-2 Mustangs. Another game in Cambria County, it's a battle of the valleys. United Valley, with back-to-back come-from-behind wins to level their record at 2-2. They go to John Jacoby Stadium to face Conemaugh Valley. The Blue Jays are 0-4. And finally, the Marion Center Stingers, now the only remaining unbeaten team in the conference at 4-0. They will try to avoid a letdown as they travel to West Shamokin to face the struggling 0-4 Wolves, who have lost 16 conference games in a row. Our trip around the Heritage Conference is brought to you by Repine Travel. They're just a click away. Your next adventure awaits you at repinetravel.com. I'm Mark Burdick, and that's a trip around the Heritage Conference. We'll get you back to our coverage of Homer Center and River Valley on WLCY and WCCS, and to Todd and Chuck on U92.5 FM, both of those games also on Renda Digital TV. It's all coming up as we come back on the Renda Media Football Network.
Adventure is calling. Are you packed yet? Let Repine Travel take you there. How about the holidays in Cape May or New York City? Cruise through the beauty and soak up the sun with a Southern Caribbean cruise in March. All the planning's done. You just show up and enjoy the ride. Book today at repinetravel.com and let your next adventure begin. Good luck to all Heritage Conference schools this season, and thanks to everyone who voted Repine Travel the best travel agent 2 years in a row.
Life is full throttle, front wide open from start to finish. You're an adrenaline junkie. On or off the road, Yamaha builds it. You want it? 5-Star Power Sports has got it. Destination Duncansville. 5-Star's got a huge selection of Yamaha bikes, quads, side-by-sides, watercraft, snowmobiles, plus parts and accessories. Huge selection means high volume. High volume means super low prices. 5-Star's got the best buying and ownership experience you'll ever have.
5-Star Power Sports. You were born ready for this.
The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club and Twin Cities Event Hall on Mill Road in Grayston continue to rise to new heights. Membership is soaring, and now's the time to join the best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County. Exciting renovations are underway, including a brand new outdoor stage and handicapped accessible parking at the hall. Enjoy a friendly atmosphere at the club, great food. Don't miss delicious pizzas every Thursday and Friday. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Mill Road in Grayston.
Let's go Wildcat!
Hi, I'm Eric Brocious. Many of you know me as a high school teacher and a coach. What you didn't know, though, is I'm also a businessman, owner of EMB Computing. I'd like to invite you to our new state-of-the-art facility to see our line of computers, laptops, iPads, MacBooks, and accessories. If you're a business owner, we'll assist you with your networks, servers, workstations, printers, and even your business phone systems. We are located at 57 North 11th Street in Indiana, or you can find us on the web at embcomputing.com. We are your technology specialists.
Our ITT pregame show continues with River Valley head coach Ed Dalton. Coach, you come off of another strong performance, 56-26 win at Portage, 399 yards rushing. Was that your most complete game to date?
Well, I mean, our line is really playing well. We didn't think we played great defensively, but offensively, we're blocking, we're running, we're doing all the things, hitting key passes. We had a spectacular catch in the game. So I don't know that it was our most complete game. Probably the week before was. We have to be better defensively. That's our focus this week.
Well, you're now 3-1. You've won 2 games in a row, since that disappointing loss at Cambria Heights. I'm sure the goal now is to just stack wins and points the way District 6 Class 2A playoff standings work. And with last week's Marion Center win, you're also back in the Heritage Conference race.
Yeah, I mean, every week's like a 1-0 week. We understand that the door got opened a little bit for us, but if you don't do exactly what you said, play every week, week by week, try to win, whoever the next opponent is, nothing really matters down the road. But there is an opportunity. There's a light. There wasn't a light before. There's a light there at the end of the tunnel right now.
I'm going to ask Greg Page, tonight's opponent, Homer Center, this same question. But from your standpoint, being a double-A school and the largest double-A school in the conference, there are 7 Class A schools. Playing smaller schools like Penns Manor you opened up with, Portage last week, Homer Center tonight, it makes it difficult to gain a lot of points, and I'm sure you'd love to be in the top 4 and have at least one home playoff game. Have you thought about that at all?
Well, I mean, I guess the only thing I can say that we couldn't control that hurts us a little bit is that this year, West Shamokin's not on the schedule. So we don't even have an opportunity to compete against the other AA team. So maybe in the future when you schedule scrimmages, you make sure that A's are scrimmaging A's and AA's are scrimmaging AA's, or, but you don't lose a game there somewhere, however you wind up doing that. So again, I just think it's a thing that it's either going to take care of itself or it's not, and you really don't have any control over it. You just got to beat everybody left on the schedule somehow.
I want to ask you, because of your experience in the WPIAL, it's something that I've talked about the past couple of years. I don't think it's a fluke that the larger 2A schools have dominated the smaller schools. This year, the top 3 teams in the Heritage are all AA schools. They're 7-0 against their Class A opponents and have outscored them 263-79. Last year was a little bit worse. You come from that WPIAL background where there were sections for a reason by class. Mm-hmm. Is that something you think should be considered in District 6?
I don't think it would be a bad idea as long as you can get a full schedule with like a cross section. I mean, I don't think it would be a bad idea to have 2 different Heritage Conference champions, maybe a AA champion and a single A champion, give everybody a reason to compete as the season goes on, keep your section title in one category, your overall, your point thing. So no, I think it has a lot of merit. I think being competitive week after week matters if you want to keep your roster. So I understand the plight of the smaller school, absolutely.
Tonight's opponent, Homer Center, maybe no longer a rival in terms of going back to 1923, Bobcats versus Wildcats. That's gone, unfortunately, because I used to love it as a broadcaster. But They are off to a 3-1 start, maybe their best performance in a couple of years last week against Penns Manor. Is there a point where maybe they're no longer a surprise and the Wildcats are for real?
Well, I mean, they're not a surprise to me just because of who coaches them and what they do and their staff. I know a lot of their staff. So they're obviously a rival to us. They're the nearest school to us. 1 sheets away, we like to say. So
6.2 miles.
Yeah, 6.2 miles. So there you go. And no, I mean, all you got to do is put on the film and see that they're a legitimate team, a team that probably is thinking the same way we are, that, you know, the door is open to get back in the heritage race and they have to win every week. And then, you know, I think we'll have a capacity crowd Friday night. So, you know, that's going to be a lot of fun. So, no, it's a great opportunity for us.
I know from the time you set foot back in Indiana County, you broke down a lot of video. How's this year's Homer Center team different from last year?
Well, I mean, last year, I think just at that point, I'm not sure there was a lot of spirit left in them. I don't know about their injuries or things like that. And, but I mean, from start to finish, it was all RV. So we don't expect an easy time at all on Friday night. We expect a game that's going to be 4 quarters long and a great football game. As
is the case with most of your opponents, you're going to have a big advantage, size and depth. You know, new scheme maybe taking a little more time than you had hoped for, but is it starting to gel like you had envisioned?
Well, I mean, the scheme on offense is starting to gel. I mean, I think we have some believers now. Maybe originally they weren't all believers. And then defensively, we just have to believe a little bit in our coverage concepts. And I think we'll be a little bit better in coverage. And that's probably what really matters this week. But special teams, we've been great. Offense, the last 2 weeks, I would say that I could use the great word. And defensively, we've been hot and cold. And we're system-based, so we want to be able to, if you do this, we do that, and we don't care that you know that we do that. And we're not doing a great job of that, and we're gonna shore that up this week.
Keys tonight?
I mean, obviously, they're going to try to keep the ball. They're a great spot-throwing team. The quarterback and his brother seem to have a real instinct between the two of them. Number 10 is a threat every play. And then defensively, you know, move the ball, keep blocking like we're blocking, handle however they play us. A lot of teams play us differently than they play other teams, and then just keep playing great special teams. But it should be a lot of fun. It's my first time in this rivalry. I told those guys it's their rivalry, but it's now my rivalry, and I'm very excited to play the school down the road.
Coach, I'm going to take you back in time, way back in time, to Purchase Line, late 80s, 1990s. We'll close with this.
All right.
There was a legendary coach, a Hall of Famer by the name of Jerry Page, Greg's father. I know you had a lot of respect for him, and you guys did have some battles.
We did have some great battles. Our games were epic. He was the most intense coach that anyone could even imagine that no one knew was that intense. He did a great job of shielding it, but he got his kids to play. I'm sure Greg, well, obviously by what's happened over his career, is his father's son. And we had a lot of fun playing against each other, and I had a lot of fun just listening to Jerry Page talk and learn from him. I'm sure there's a lot of us, Kevin Morabito, Eric Fowler, there's probably 100 of us in line that could tell you Jerry Page stories.
Coach, thanks for doing this. Good luck tonight against Homer Center, the team from up the road.
Up the road, just up the road.
Head coach
1 sheets away.
Ed Dalton of the River Valley Panthers. It's a battle of 2 3-1 teams tonight here at Panthers Stadium in Blairsville, and our coverage will continue with Homer Center head coach Greg Page. When we continue, Jeff Cribbs and Bill Cody will be rejoining me as well as we look to the keys to the game, the starting lineups, and more, right here on the Renda Media Football Network.
It's Summer Meltdown at 5-Star Mitsubishi Altoona. We're on fire! Take up to $10,000 off your new Mitsubishi. Plus, you get the best warranty on the planet and free scheduled maintenance. Whether you choose a Mitsubishi Outlander, gas or plug-in hybrid, Eclipse Cross, Outlander Sport, Mirage or J4, the Mitsubishi Giant's got you covered. Take up to $10,000 off today, only at
5-Star Mitsubishi Altoona. It doesn't get better than this.
Hi. This is State Representative Jim Struzzi, and like most of you, I find myself ready to watch some Friday night football, and this season is no different. I want to wish all our area athletes, band members, cheerleaders, and all who participate the best of luck for a safe, successful, and fun-filled season. These games wouldn't happen without the support of the community, and as a parent, I know the importance of after-school athletics and programs keeping our youth's mind and body ready to tackle life's hardest lessons. From me and my staff, good luck, and I'll be rooting for each and every one of you.
From furniture to flooring, mattresses to accessories, you'll save big at Dowd's. Dowd's showrooms are filled with furnishings from America's finest manufacturers. You can save thousands on Dowd's floor samples and receive incredible savings on custom orders. Whether you're looking to furnish one room or your entire home, right now it's all on sale at Dowd's. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws.
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
And of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe, without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Get your instant quote today at wallbackinsurance.com or call us at 724-479-9378. More choices, more savings, more reasons to choose Wallback.
Our ITT pregame show continues with head coach Greg Page from Panther Stadium in Blairsville. And as always, it's insured by Wallbeck Insurance in Homer City. Thank you, Rob Wallbeck and all of the team. Get an instant quote at wallbackinsurance.com. Well, Coach, good to be with you again. You come off of your most complete performance in a long while, I believe. 38-14 victory over Penns Manor last week. The total operation was sound. Offense, defense, special teams, only one penalty, no turnovers. You'd duplicate that and take your chances every Friday night, wouldn't you?
I sure would. And, it's funny because we talked after the game about the fact that, I'm still not happy with our practice weeks have been kind of like an EKG with the ups and downs, and we're trying to get that more consistent. But the boys came to play. I thought it was a good plan defensively, too, with Tony and those guys. And, you come out and you get off to a good start and you continue to build off that start. That was the key.
I've said the Wildcats are the biggest surprise of the early season, so at what point maybe isn't it a surprise? Preseason expectations were not that high, including our own Renda Media pre-season magazine, the conference coaches poll, and others. So did that serve as motivation for you and the guys, or is it a case where you just kind of have to earn that respect back that you've had for so long?
I think it's both. I mean, we've told our kids the way the last couple seasons have gone that we do have to earn that respect back, and it just goes to show you it's that short a period of time where everybody's saying, okay, they're down again, so we're going to pick them here, and I get that. I mean, I'm not happy about that, but I can't tell anybody else how to vote or what they think. I probably would have done the same thing. So it does serve as a little bit of motivation. I mean, the kids look at some of that stuff, but you still have to go out and prove it, and it's been 4 weeks out of 10, so the jury is still out, but we have to continue to just keep getting better each week.
Tonight, your first trip to Panther Stadium. A couple of years ago, you played at Salzburg. Last year at Memorial Field. All of these beautiful facilities, but the field's still 100 yards long and 53 yards wide, right?
Yeah, and I mean, we've more and more teams are getting turf now, and so we have several games there, and we practiced on turf this week, to kind of get acclimated because it is our first turf game. But when you get down there, it's just going to be stands on both sides, and it's a nice facility, but you have to go play the football game.
Coach, I know this is something out of your control, and I've talked about it a little bit, but the largest school in the conference, River Valley, with nearly double your enrollment now. So this season, again, the 2A schools, the top three 2A schools are 7-0. Factor in United, it's 8-1. I'm taking out West Shamokin, but the 1A schools have been outscored by a margin of 263-79. So from your perspective, and again, I know you can't control it, but maybe talking to other small school coaches, is this a growing concern with the enrollment gap, and is it impacting competitive balance?
I think to a degree it is, and maybe it's a cyclical thing. I have talked to a few other guys. It's tough for us. I mean, we've had co-ops, and we've had schools combining and programs joining with others and things like that, and it leads to be tougher for us. Our mindset down through the years is we've played anybody and everybody that's thrown our way, not always successfully, but you got to do what you got to do. It's a tough thing. I mean, you got a team tonight that would be playing that's going to have way more players than we do, and they have the ability to choose from a bigger enrollment. But you still have to prepare with what you have, and whatever the scenario is, put the best 11 on the field at the time.
New head coach this year, Ed Dalton. Of course, he coached in Indiana County, his first stop at Purchase Line. Throw out the videos, I guess, from the past. How are they different?
Well, it's a different offense. I mean, they're running a more like a double wing type offense, and they're very effective at it. And isn't it not easy to defend? You couple that with good skill guys and a very, very big line, and they're executing very well. Defensively, I don't think it's a whole lot different. That we've seen some forefronts from them in the past few years, and that's kind of what they lean to this year. But I'm just impressed. I mean, he's got his guys doing what he wants to do in a short amount of time. When you factor in that, you're not going to get everybody 100% in the summer, and then when you get into camps, I always thought that we've kind of been rushed into things anyway. But he's got them prepared really well.
Big offensive line. They average 6'1", 272 pounds with some experienced guys back. That's a big challenge for anybody.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they're huge up front, especially in the O-line. But you know what? It's a matter of we've all got big kids. We don't have very many, but they've got them, and you just got to work on. You got to use your technique. You got to use your heart and your guts, and try to stalemate them at the very least, and then hope you get the cavalry there to kind of finish the tackle.
Good skilled people led by junior quarterback Max Perchetti, sophomore running back Jake Woodring's been very impressive. Hunter Adair and Mount Pleasant transfer Brody Hutter, they can throw some skill too.
They do, yeah. I mean, the quarterback makes it go, just like in any offense. And Woodring, I thought we were done when his older brother graduated, but obviously this kid's very, very talented too, amongst the other guys you mentioned.
Keys?
I mean, we got to get off to a good start. I think the last couple years they jumped on us quickly. It became a multiple score game too early, and then you're just trying to dig yourself out of a hole. So you have to go toe-to-toe with them right off the bat and just keep grinding away. And both teams are going to try to do what they do, but we have to be consistent all three phases.
Coach, congratulations on last week's near-perfect performance. Good luck tonight here against River Valley.
Thank you guys very much.
Head coach Greg Page, as we get ready for kickoff just a few minutes away, Jeff Cribbs and Bill Cody will rejoin me on the other side of the break. We'll have the Luther Ford keys to the game, the starting lineups, and much more when the ITT pregame show continues from Panther Stadium right here on the Renda Media Football Network.
To be a champion, you need to have teamwork, great skills, good conditioning, and above all, you need to stay healthy. But if injury occurs, you need a team of specialists that can get you back in the game. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping area athletes for years. Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC. ITT, the best in our field, and voted Best Physical Therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
I'm State Senator Joe Pitton, wishing all students who participate in extracurricular activities every success in the classroom and on the field. The teamwork and leadership skills you learn today will serve you and our entire community well in the years ahead. We need future leaders prepared to step forward and make our region a better place to live, work, and raise a family. I'm proud of the work and effort you are putting forth. Have fun, be safe, and enjoy the season.
Paid for by Friends of Joe.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
What sets one insurance agency apart from another? Building relationships. Hutton Blues Insurance prides themselves on building strong, personal relationships with their clients. Hutton Blues is an independent agency offering you choices to get you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, life, or retirement, you want an advocate working in your best interests, and that's the Hutton Blues Insurance Indiana County and Trent Insurance Cambria County.
Drive through summer and save big at Luther Ford. Right now at Luther Ford, lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT or Ford Ranger XLT, your choice, just $420 a month. That's right, your choice, just $420 a month with no money down. These Luther Ford leases are incredible, and with no money down, the savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
From furniture to flooring, mattresses to accessories, you'll save big at Dowd's. Dowd's showrooms are filled with furnishings from America's finest manufacturers. You can save thousands on Dowd's floor samples and receive incredible savings on custom orders. Whether you're looking to furnish one room or your entire home, right now it's all on sale at Dowd's. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Snaps good. The pass is caught. Touchdown. Just like a winning team, Integrated Power Services knows it takes dedication, teamwork, and vision to succeed. That's why IPS proudly supports our local high schools in both academics and athletics. Because whether it's the classroom, the court, or the end zone, excellence starts with commitment.
Here's to a bright future and a winning season. From your friends at IPS, Integrated Power Services. Respond, rethink, resolve.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Luxembourg's Jewelers would like to wish the best of luck to all the Heritage Conference schools and, of course, the Indiana Little Indians this season. Luxembourg's is excited to celebrate the grand reopening of their downtown Indiana location at 621 Philadelphia Street. Along with the Indiana Mall store, Luxembourg's Jewelers is still the winning choice for gifts of any occasion. Show your school pride with gifts ranging from beautiful logoed coffee mugs, keychains, money clips, water bottles, and more. Luxembourg's Jewelers is Indiana's jeweler.
T-Bank broadcast. People Forward Banking, S&T Bank, member FDIC. Beautiful night for football. Great to be working alongside the River Valley Panthers announcers as we do a three-way simulcast tonight on Cat Country, on WCCS, and our video stream presented by the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Renda Digital TV. Bill, good to be alongside again.
Yeah, this is pretty cool to be working with you, Mark. We've known each other for a long time. We've done football, but never together. So here it is, and it just happens to be on a rivalry night in River Valley.
Let's go down to the field. Normally he's doing play-by-play for River Valley. Tonight he's going to be roaming the sidelines, doing some features with the coaches too. Jeff, down to Jeff Cribbs. Jeff?
Thank you very much, Mark, and it's good to be with you. And it is a lovely night, as Bill said. It's 77 degrees for the last weekend of summer. It falls right around the corner, and we do have great weather tonight for this game. And right now we're going to have the national anthem for you. I'll try and get it real close to the mic.
All right, let's pick it up. River Valley High School Marching Band. We're going to get right to the Luther Ford Keys to the Game, driven by Luther Ford, Route 119 in Homer City. Some great deals on F-150s. check them out tomorrow at Luther Ford or online at lutherfordhomercity.com. Bill, what do you have dialed up for both teams?
277 yards rushing per game. So the key for Homer Center is to do what you've been doing this season. You've been playing great defense. They got to keep that up tonight. They got to watch out for the big plays. You got a lot of weapons on that River Valley team led by their quarterback, Max Perchetti. And just like I was saying, on the other side of the field for Homer Center for the Wildcats, hey, they're 3-1. I know you were talking with Coach Page. You said Penn's Manor was probably their best game of the year. I don't know about that. I go back 2 weeks to their only loss. They played against a very good Marion Center team. They played a team that's on the road. And except for a late touchdown, that's a 14-6 final score. I mean, they played a great game against the Marion Center team, who last week went to Cambria Heights, rallied in a fourth quarter to beat a Cambria Heights team. This Homer Center team, Mark, should have confidence.
Yeah, I would think so. Definitely playing with more compete in their game. Jeff, what about your thoughts down on the field? First of all, don't lay down. That turf is pretty soft. I don't want you falling asleep on it.
Mark, you're right. I've only ever been in the booth. Down here in the field, I must say, it is quite impressive. The field does feel like a pillow when you walk across it. They use over 40 tons of infill to make this rubber surface. It's why it's so soft, and of course it's brand new, so it hasn't seen a whole lot of wear and tear. But as for the keys to the game, we've seen River Valley this year really sort of, especially in the second half games, really kind of just dominate teams. They have that big size in their offensive line, and they get up with the lead, they're just going to keep pounding the ball at you and really kind of wear you down. And so we're going to see if Homer Center can withstand that tonight. It's going to be the key for them.
All right, thank you, Jeff. We'll hear from you all night long. We're coming back. Bill will set the starting 11 on offense for both teams when the ITT pregame show continues right here on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
MarionCenterBank.com. Looking for a bank that's rooted in your community? Looking for a bank that has all the latest options that a hometown bank should have? For personal and business banking, home loans and student loans, and fraud protection that's state-of-the-art, trust Marion Center Bank. With locations servicing Indiana, Armstrong, and Cambria counties. Struggling with student loan applications and decisions? Now is the perfect time to inquire about student loans at Marion Center Bank. MarionCenterBank.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
It's Summer Meltdown at 5-Star Mitsubishi Altoona. We're on fire. Take up to $10,000 off your new Mitsubishi. Plus, you get the best warranty on the planet and free scheduled maintenance. Whether you choose a Mitsubishi Outlander, gas or plug-in hybrid, Eclipse Cross, Outlander Sport, Mirage or J4, the Mitsubishi Giant's got you covered. Take up to $10,000 off today, only at
5-Star Mitsubishi Altoona. It doesn't get better than this.
The Indiana County Technology Center is now accepting enrollment in our adult education programs. The ICTC's adult education programs offer in-demand post-secondary programs tailored to empower student success. From cosmetology to welding and practical nursing, the ICTC has a program for everyone. Indiana County Technology Center, empowering tomorrow's workforce.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So Good Patient Care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Hi. This is State Representative Jim Struzzi, and like most of you, I find myself ready to watch some Friday night football, and this season is no different. I want to wish all our area athletes, band members, cheerleaders, and all who participate the best of luck for a safe, successful, and fun-filled season. These games wouldn't happen without the support of the community, and as a parent, I know the importance of after-school athletics and programs keeping our youth's mind and body ready to tackle life's hardest lessons. For me and my staff, good luck, and I'll be rooting for each and every one of you.
The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club and Twin Cities Event Hall on Neal Road in Grayston continue to rise to new heights. Membership is soaring, and now's the time to join the best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County. Exciting renovations are underway, including a brand new outdoor stage and handicapped accessible parking at the hall. Enjoy a friendly atmosphere at the club, great food, don't miss delicious pizzas every Thursday. Club Road in Grayston.
Let's go Wildcat!
Bill?
River Valley, they won the toss. They deferred. We'll get to see the Wildcat offense on the field, and they line up with the center, the sophomore Cullen Dunn. He'll anchor that line. He'll be flanked on the right side by Zeke Butterly, and on the other side, left guard Dom Shimko. Left tackle is Jackson Taylor. He is a senior. Gabe Ruffner, also a senior. He is the right tackle, number 65. We have some wideouts that we'll have to watch out for tonight, but we know Riley Koba is one of the targets of quarterback Carson Arone. Carson Arone is a junior, and he's off to a pretty good start this season. Mark, one of the keys to the game, if they get their passing game going, River Valley has struggled in the secondary. Running back, the brother of Riley Koba, Gabe Koba. He is a sophomore, number 30. Connor DeArmond is a running back at number 7. That offensive line is going to be tested because River Valley has a big line, and on defense, the right end, number 36, Michael Wayno. He's all over the place. He's a bowling ball. He'll knock you down. Defensive tackle, Andrew Hebenthal. The left tackle, Evan Strauss. Go ahead, Jeff, with the left end for River Valley.
That's number 90, Ahijah Cream Akbar, Bill.
I'm going to get it. Outside linebacker Brody Hutter, linebacker Brady Kaufman. Hayden Haight had a really good game last week against Portage. Patrick Allaire, the outside linebacker, he shows off a lot of quickness. And they're going to be they're the ones who are going to be tested tonight, I think, in the passing game for Homer Center is going to be the secondary for River Valley. Lucas Kishlock is a corner. Another corner, Brody Stoller, and Jake Woodring will be manning center field. He is the safety. Those are the starting lineups, Mark.
All right, thank you to ICTC. Our kickoff sponsor is Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations. Grand Beginnings Children's Center teaching children to shine since 1981. And for every point scored during our 4 Friday night broadcasts, Grand Beginnings Children's Center will donate $1 to Renda Media's Teddy Bear Fund Drive for every point. So this year's, so far, our teams have scored 721 points. That means Grand Beginnings has donated $721 to Renda Media's 47th Teddy Bear Fund Drive, benefiting child health care at IRMC and at Children's Hospital. Renda Media says thank you to Grand Beginnings Children's Center. And fans, that's the ITT pregame show. Stay with us for the start of tonight's game. Kickoff from Panther Stadium on a gorgeous homecoming for River Valley is up next on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
Your happy place could be a reading chair in a south-facing window, a porch for your vegetable garden, or a flower garden that gets sunshine all day. And S&T Bank wants to help you get it. With an S&T Home Equity Total Line of Credit, you can afford to make it a reality and also afford all the extras to make it perfect. Whether it's outdoors or indoors, S&T Bank opens doors. Learn more about a Home Equity Total Line of Credit at stbank.com or visit a local branch. S&T Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Becoming a champion isn't defined by a single moment. It's a journey shaped by years of dedication on and off the court. Milk stands out as a nutrient-rich powerhouse loaded with protein, calcium, and essential vitamins, making it crucial for muscle recovery and building strength. Fuel your passion with milk, a natural sports drink. Drink milk, stay strong, and play hard. Cheers to the incredible benefits of milk and sports nutrition. A message from the Allied Milk Producers.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well from your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
It's Summer Meltdown at 5-Star Mitsubishi Altoona. We're on fire! Take up to $10,000 off your new Mitsubishi. Plus, you get the best warranty on the planet and free scheduled maintenance. Whether you choose a Mitsubishi Outlander, gas or plug-in hybrid, Eclipse Cross, Outlander Sport, Mirage or G4, the Mitsubishi Giants got you covered. Take up to $10,000 off today, only at
5-Star Mitsubishi Altoona. It doesn't get better than this.
And we are underway, taken by Brady Fraser, who zigzags his way over the 20 up to the 26-yard line, where he's tackled on the kick coverage team by Brody Hutter, a transfer that came in from Mount Pleasant. So the Wildcats, pretty good kick from Heckathorn. Bill, we're going to have two good kickers in this football game tonight in Cole Heckathorn and Brady Fraser on Homer Center's side.
We've seen crazy special teams this year so far with River Valley, so special teams could play a part in the final score of this football game. There's no question about that.
They mark it actually at the 25-yard line, where the Wildcats come out averaging just 177 yards per game, 22.8. They've gotten better as the season goes on. Motion man behind the formation is Deegan Fedoric. They fake it to Carson Arone and quarterback, or fake it to Fedoric and Gabe Kobaugh, and Arone keeps the football and has a couple of yards up to the 27. Good defense for the Panthers. Evan Strauss, the left defensive tackle, limited Carson to 2 yards.
And Brody Hutter also in on a tackle. That's a name you're going to hear quite often on both sides of the ball tonight.
Arone, 72 rushes, 291 yards, a 4.4 average, 4 touchdowns to his credit. Gabe Kobaugh, the sophomore, coming off of his best performance. He was injured at Marion Center, had 93 yards last week. Arone to pass, steps up in the pocket. He's good at eluding pressure, and he does there, and he gets to the 30-yard line for a short gain. Good downfield coverage, couldn't find anybody, and tackled by Brody Kaufman, the linebacker on the left side, who leads the team with 31 tackles and an interception for Kaufman.
That's great. You get pressure on the quarterback and the escapability of Arone to get some positive yards there. Not behind the sticks, but still 3rd down and 5.
From the 30, wide side of the field, if you're watching, obviously toward the River Valley bench, Homer Center operating right to left as we look out of our S&T Bank broadcast booth. Pass underneath, caught for a first down up to the 38-yard line. On the reception, Riley Kobaugh, who was our Allied Milk Producer player of the game last week with 5 receptions for 131 yards and a couple of TDs against Penns Manor. Hayden Height brought him down, or Haight it is, right, Bill?
Haight.
Yep. So 39-yard line, big 3rd down pickup for Homer Center.
So they'll move the sticks first down. I think that's where River Valley is a little susceptible in that secondary.
Handoff to Gabe Kobaugh through a little opening. You'll notice, Bill, as you watch the younger Kobaugh running the football, he's getting better. I don't think he's too far from finding that home run ball, but he is pretty strong, puts his head down and takes what's there. He doesn't do a lot of dancing, which is what I like about him, and he's only going to get better. On the tackle, Hayden Haight again for the Panthers, a 4-yard gain for Gabe Kobaugh, sophomore. Mentioned from pass.
All control. Get advantage of this game. If you move the sticks.
Not left. Kobaugh amazing speed, and Arone's just going to keep it. Arone to the and the first territory to the 40-yard line. Maybe he's dropped. They
got to have that and quick by field and
something that Ed will do. He's not afraid. Time makes one right now. Moments of the football game on a homecoming.
Jim. Team.
RMC. Van. Patient in the hospital recover. So, the answer is RMC.
Cares 7 days a week from 8 to 8, located just up the road from Panther Stadium. See at Chestnut and get out. That's yeah.
also 3 or 4 offensive line.
With his and the next you're back in the flat in front of the pump. Set for and manager down and Kishlock tackled. Out, maybe lay out.
Stayed a little bit.
On his replay. And that lead the key here.
Coming off their block, quarterback so run first time to this one.
Throw. Fusion.
Now it's 10. Now it's 10.
Be play. 9 but for in back receiver plays Perchetti and with the foot down thing to
how to get out of
near to couple more. Dare. So means that didn't
plays and
longer dope.
Parent,
In core and twin. Friday.
Just our line works located Kevin EMBcommunity.com. We are UG specialists.
checking.
Starter at hits.
From that.
They bangs it. Trying to reception or yards and make that times out. To it. Good. They got right.
Stop.
Treasures.
Made (26) replying to a text about maybe a tech issue on the video side.
Exactly.
And a timeout going to be called by Homer Center. 11:54 left in the first half. It's River Valley 10 and the Homer Center Wildcats nothing. Back with more on homecoming night at River Valley on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
It's a true treasure in Blairsville, a style of eating that's rare.
It's Summer Meltdown at 5-Star Mitsubishi Altoona. We're on fire! Take up to 10 grand off your new Mitsubishi. Plus, you get the best warranty on the planet and free scheduled maintenance. Whether you choose a Mitsubishi Outlander, gas or plug-in hybrid, Eclipse Cross, Outlander Sport, Mirage or G4, the Mitsubishi Giants got you covered. Take up to 10 grand off today, only at
5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. It doesn't get better than this.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
For Homer Center, pass out in the flat to Deegan Fedoruk, and Deegan is upended as he tries getting to that lead chain, and it's going to depend on the spot. We are aware we have some video issues with signal, and it's a little choppy. John Smathers, our digital manager, is working on that. We do appreciate all of the texts to our various mobile devices, and we are hearing it's better now. So that is good. Keep us posted, fans.
Wide receiver screen kind of play was enough to move the sticks. First down, Brady Stutter on the tackle for River Valley. But 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. They need to get something going, down 10-0.
1st and 10 at their own 34. And they fake the jet, and Arone keeps it, and sorry he did. He meets a stone wall right near the line of scrimmage. Brody Hutter for the River Valley Panthers.
Hear his name a lot.
First quarter stats, by the way, Homer Center 9 rushes, 24 yards, 3 of 4 passing for 22 yards, 13 plays, 46 yards. River Valley ran 10 plays for 82 yards, all on the ground on 8 rushes. Time of possession 6:39 to 5:21. Pass out in the flat to Riley Cobaugh, and some short yardage as he tried eluding a defender on the far side of the field.
He did. He avoided Brady Kaufman, but Brody Stoller was there to bring him down, so it brings up 3rd down. Another 3rd down play for Homer Center, and they need something here to move the sticks and keep this drive alive, but more importantly, keep the ball out of the hands of the River Valley offense.
The old rivalry may be gone, but a lot of memories when the Wildcats came to Blairsville to face the Bobcats down over the hill. That rivalry went back to 1923. And they played a lot of games through the years, and a timeout going to be called by Homer Center. Some more confusion offensively. They wanted to talk about this 3rd down and 7 play. When we return, it's 10-0 Panthers on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Becoming a champion isn't defined by a single moment. It's a journey shaped by years of dedication on and off the court. Milk stands out as a nutrient-rich powerhouse loaded with protein, calcium, and essential vitamins, making it crucial for muscle recovery and building strength. Fuel your passion with milk, a natural sports drink. Drink milk, stay strong, and play hard. Cheers to the incredible benefits of milk and sports nutrition. A message from the Allied Milk producers.
Stream. If you can't be at any of the Wildcat games, go down and watch them. Enjoy pizza every Friday night, your favorite beverages. Over 1,300 members strong now at the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. 3rd down and 7, and they're going to give this time to that wing back, and that is Connor DeArmond, who brings it around the right end for a 1st down.
Great play call on offense for Homer Center. Comes around the right side, was able to get off that perimeter and was able to move the sticks.
Jake Woodring on the tackle. That's a play that Homer Center has not had a lot of success with over the years, that jet sweep, if you will. A little bit of a different look, and Connor DeArmond really gave the team a lift. If you're a Homer Center fan, you know this, out at Marion Center when Gabe Cobaugh was knocked out. Cambria Heights, the Coal Bowl, leading Northern Cambria 7-0. They're playing in the 2nd quarter. 1st and 10, Arone to pass. Arone underneath, Finding a little hole is Riley Coban. He stumbles his way inside the 40 down to about the 37 or 38-yard line. Riley not very big at 5'9", 156, but he is very fast and gives secondaries a headache, and he did on that play. It's a new set of downs at the Bobcat 38, or Bobcat, there I go. I had to say Blairsville Bobcat.
You knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, Panthers 38-yard line.
He went down on the receiving end, just found a little soft spot in that zone, and the quarterback found him for a first down. Wildcats are moving.
Wildcats trailing 10-0. A Roan pass out in the flat. Fedoruk this time with the dropsies. So we've seen that on both sides. And Fedoruk normally sure-handed. Let that get away. I think that's a case where you're looking to run before you haul it in.
You get that ball in my hands a little bit quicker, but yeah, you're right. He turned his head. I was watching the play, so it's 2nd down and 10. But Homer Center clicking here.
Well, they need an answer. Down 10-0 to the Panthers. 9:34 left here in the second quarter. Beautiful scoreboard in the corner of the end zone as we look out of our S&T Bank broadcast booth window. S&T Bank, people forward banking. 2nd and 10. Pressure coming from the edge. Arone throws. This time, Caden McAnulty hauls it in. He brings some physicality, and he shows it there as he takes 2 or 3 Panthers inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Caden had one go through his fingertips on Homer Center's first possession, but sure-handed on that one. We'll see if we get a replay in the S&T Bank broadcast booth.
Told you that secondary for River Valley, they can be got, and Coach Dalton doesn't like it, Mark. He's going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Coach Dalton. Caden McAnulty, a good gainer for Homer Center, and a new set of downs. Michael Waino finally made the tackle. Coming back right after this short break, it's 10-0 Panthers. Wildcats trying to get on the board when we return on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Can happen to kids after hours and not just on the gridiron. Babies get fevers, children step on glass, athletes twist their ankles. If your child or teen needs care and your doctor's office is closed, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is open 8 to 8, 7 days a week. Old Route 22 in Blairsville, just a field goal, maybe a Cole Heckathorn field goal away from Panthers Stadium. Get in, get out, get better. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge. The official blows that dead. I'm not sure the clock was set.
Guys, quick injury update for you. Brody Hutter just came off the field during that timeout, limping to the sideline. He's sitting on the bench currently.
Oh, man, that would be a blow to River Valley offensively and defensively. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff. Cribbs, normally the play-by-play man on River Valley Panthers games. He'll be back at it next week when a big game. They go to River Valley. There's a pass and a completion to Caden McAnulty again down at the 13-yard line.
Climb the ladder on that one, Mark.
Tackled by Hayden Haight. So they're pronouncing it Haight on the PA system.
Jeff and I were both told Haight.
That's what it says on the pronunciation guide, Haight. 2nd and a yard, so Caden McAnulty, a couple of nice grabs on this drive.
2nd and less than a yard. I mean, real tight formation here on defense for River Valley.
Arone turns, hands it off. Gabe Cobaugh keeps the legs moving, runs through one tackle and a fumble. Did River Valley come up with it?
They did.
Or are they going to say he was down? They're going to say he was down. I did hear a whistle in my headset.
Dakota Sprague ended up with the football, but officials are saying it's down, and it's enough for a first down. Let's see there, Mark, on the replay.
Let's see how this will be a good view.
Slip one
he runs
tackle.
Through.
Ooh.
That ball was out.
Ooh.
That ball was out.
I think Homer Center got a call there, so it's 1st and 10, ball at the 11-yard line. Big missed call there.
So let's see if the Wildcats can take advantage of maybe a gift. It looked like on the replay the ball was out. Arone to pass. Arone steps up in the pocket. He's going to be sacked. They blow it dead back at around the 18-yard line. Was that Waino again, I think?
Waino was in there. He'll probably get an assist, but number 78 wouldn't let him go for River Valley. That's Tanner Flickinger. He is a junior.
Under 8 minutes to play in this first half. Wildcats now behind the chains all the way back to the 18-yard line. It will be second down and about 17 to go. Receiver to the left boundaries, Deegan Fedoric. If you're watching at the bottom of your screen, it is Drew Fisher. Slot receiver is McAnulty, and a whistle and a timeout going to be called by River Valley. Boy, the coaches are using their timeouts, are they not? 7:33 left in the first half. It's River Valley 10 and the Homer Center Wildcats nothing on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club and Twin Cities Event Hall on Mill Road in Grayston continue to rise to new heights. Membership is soaring, and now's the time to join the best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County. Exciting renovations are underway, including a brand new outdoor stage and handicapped accessible parking at the hall. Enjoy a friendly atmosphere at the club, great food. Don't miss delicious pizzas every Thursday and Friday. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Mill Road in Grayston.
Let's go Wildcats!
Yeah, I have, as a matter of fact.
I'll tell you some good bingos down at the Altman Fire Hall. They do it every Thursday night, and they do it well. Altman Volunteer Fire Department, 58 7th Street in Altman. Wildcats are trying to convert a little bingo here, but they are in the hole now. It's second down and 17 to go at the Panthers' 18-yard line after that sack. Receiver to the right boundaries, Fisher. And Aron to pass out in the flat. Fedoric takes this one in at the 15 and gets close to the original line of scrimmage, down around the 12-yard line. We'll see where they mark him down.
Brody Stoller on the tackle for River Valley. So to bring down third down, they are still behind the chains, Mark, so it'll be third down along 11.
Wildcats, like the Panthers, with an outstanding kicker that's actually been to some camps at the University of Tennessee, Brady Fraser, I'm speaking of.
All right.
And a good prospect. He has, with college football, how you have a 2-star ranking, a 3-star, 4-star, 5-star. From what I understand, they're ranking him already at about a 3.5.
It's pretty good for a kicker in D1.
And he's only a junior, Fraser, so he'll be back next year.
Yeah, you can't skip your senior year in high school, sorry.
No. or get a red shirt, right?
Right.
So here we go for the Wildcats. It's third down and 11 at the Panthers' 12-yard line. Protector is Gabe Cobaugh. He does stay in. And Aron boots to his left, now reverses, gives ground all the way to the 30-yard line. Can't find anybody. Now he dumps it off, but not going anywhere is Gabe Cobaugh out of the backfield. And the Wildcats are going to lose a yard and be faced with fourth down and 12. And here comes the aforementioned Brady Frazier.
How about the quarterback keeping the play alive, the escapability, trying to give his receiver some time. So a good job. Kaufman on defense for River Valley couldn't catch up with a faster Aron.
I think Brady maybe made that tackle.
He did.
Here we go with a 29-yard field goal attempt. Drew Fisher, long snapper. Holder is Aron. Its snap is put down, and the kick is up, and the kick looks good, and it is good. So Brady Frazier has his third field goal of the season, and the Wildcats are on the board. They make it 10-3, almost halfway through this second quarter. 6:08 to be exact. It's Panthers 10, Wildcats 3 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
What sets one insurance agency apart from another? Building relationships. Hutton Blues Insurance prides themselves on building strong, personal relationships with their clients. Hutton Blues is an independent agency offering you choices to get you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, life, or retirement, you want an advocate working in your best interests, and that's the Hutton Blues Insurance Indiana County and Trent Insurance Cambria County.
I'm State Senator Joe Pittman, wishing all students who participate in extracurricular activities every success in the classroom and on the field. The teamwork and leadership skills you learn today will serve you and our entire community well in the years ahead. We need future leaders prepared to step forward and make our region a better place to live, work, and raise a family. I'm proud of the work and effort you are putting forth. Have fun, be safe, and enjoy the season.
Paid for by Friends of Joe.
Drive summary, the field goal drive, 15 plays, 67 yards, 6 minutes, 47 seconds for Homer Center. Fraser's kick, and it's taken at the 3-yard line by the River Valley Panthers, and Woodring through an opening and gets over the 30 to the 31 or 32-yard line. Good sophomore Jake Woodring. Let's go down to the sideline. Jeff Cribbs, by the way, on the kick coverage team, it was Hayden Bentz. Injury update from Jeff Cribbs on Brody Hutter. Jeff?
Thank you, Mark. Yes, Brody Hutter has his left ankle taped, and he is back out into the huddle for this offensive series.
All right, and a media timeout on the field with 6:02 left in the first half. Panthers 10, Wildcats 3 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
To be a champion, you need to have teamwork, great skills, good conditioning, and above all, you need to stay healthy. But if injury occurs, you need a team of specialists that can get you back in the game. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping area athletes for years. Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC. ITT, the best in our field, and voted Best Physical Therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
What? Where are we? 19th? Something like that?
September 19th.
Yeah, and how about this weather? It's been unbelievable.
It's ridiculous. I can't stand it. I want fall weather, football weather.
Wildcats on that field goal drive were 2 for 3 on third downs.
And it's been dry, too, Mark.
Oh, too dry, yeah. Wildcats picked up 5 first downs on that drive, so they would have preferred, I'm sure, 6 or 7 points.
That's what they need, a sustained drive like that, but like you said, they want the touchdown.
So River Valley starts at their own 32-yard line. Wingman to the right, Hutter back in there, as Jeff mentioned. And they toss it to Woodring. They give on a reverse. The Wildcats stay home, and they tackle Hunter Adair. On the tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats, Gabe Cobaugh, a loss of 3 yards back inside the 30 to the 29.
Yeah, that's a discipline right there, Mark. And you said the phrase, stay home. It's what I always say when I see defenders do that. Try to avoid that counter or that end around. Stay home, stay in your position. That's good coaching. That's a great tackle there.
Our ITT halftime shows not too far away. We'll have radio replays also visit with both coaches. Jeff will get Ed Dalton heading off the field if he can catch him. Option right, up, and it's going to be Perchetti keeping it. Perchetti running room 40, 45, 50, right sideline, cuts it up, 45, 40. Outstanding run of 31 yards, 32 maybe for Max Perchetti. Finally tracked down by Carson Arone, but Max Perchetti showing some pretty good wills for the 6'2", 175-pound junior.
Yeah, let's go back to the play before where the players stayed home. Here, the players also stayed home, but this was more blocking on the outside, and also was Perchetti making guys miss. He left 2 guys miss on that play, and he gets up across the 40-yard line of Homer Center.
32-yard run for Max.
5 minutes to go in the first half.
Football at the Homer Center 39-yard line. 10-3 Panthers. Welcome all of our listeners on Cat Country 106.3 and WCCS AM at FM. Give up the middle to Hutter. Hutter, some hard-nosed running to about the 34-yard line for 5 yards. Stopped by Cody Bell, inside backer, who leads the team with 26 tackles.
Just that straightforward run, mauls over some guys, gets 5 yards. I almost did it. Thanks, Mark. River Valley trying to answer that Homer Center drive that got them 3. River Valley figures if we could get 7 here, that's what's a plus.
Wildcats 1 timeout left. Panthers without a timeout. 2nd and 5. Perchetti straight back to pass. Going to throw deep for the end zone. deflected and caught. I think Fraser got a hand on it, but it was hauled in by Brendan Brzezinski.
Well, we've seen that before. I think it was last week, Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong, but he was the one who made the one-handed catch against Portage. Once again, down the sideline, one-on-one coverage, and he brings it in.
Yeah, you're right, Bill. He just out-jumped the defender, made a great catch, kept his feet in bounds.
26-yard pass reception.
Those are those big plays the Homer Center defense needs to avoid, but they're knocking on the door now. River Valley, 1st and goal.
At the Homer Center 8. Handoff up the middle. Hutter lowers the shoulder, gets to the 5, maybe the 4-yard line.
Hutter on that carry. Stop by.
Bang, bang, bang. Just right through that middle, knocking people over again. Hard-nosed, bull-running football on that offense for River Valley. They got the finesse, but they also got the ones that can go right up the middle.
Caden McInalty on the stop for the Homer Center Wildcats, but Hutter cuts the yardage in half from 1st and goal at the 8. It's now 2nd and goal at the 4 as Max Perchetti trots back in to the huddle.
And you hate to see it on the Homer Center side. Some guys with their hands on their hips, they're getting tired, they're getting worn down on this drive.
Receiver to the left is Brzezinski. To the right, probably window dressing Stoller.
Woodring.
And it's Woodring with the carry. Woodring into the end zone for a River Valley touchdown. Woodring from 4 yards out.
13th of the year? Or no, I'm sorry, 8th of the year?
That's his 9th touchdown of the season. 2:57 left as they flash the LED lights here, different colors. It's 16-3 River Valley. Well done. 68-yard drive.
Very nice drive. A little bit of everything. Passing, running, the small runs, the big runs, and of course the big pass to Brzezinski that set him up.
Cole Heckathorn to attempt the extra point. Placement is put down and the kick is up, and the kick looks good, and it is good. Heckathorn now 17 of 21 this season from placement. River Valley back to a 14-point advantage now. It's River Valley 17 and the Homer Center Wildcats 3, and you're listening and watching on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Life is full cross, run wide open from start to finish. You're an adrenaline junkie. On or off the road, Yamaha builds it. You want it? 5-Star Power Sports has got it. Destination Duncansville. 5-Star's got a huge selection of Yamaha bikes, quads, side-by-sides, watercrafts, snowmobiles, plus parts and accessories. Huge selection means high volume. High volume means super low prices. 5-Star's got the best buying and ownership experience you'll ever have.
5-Star Power Sports. You were born ready for this.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
And Brady Frazier has it, slows up at the 25 and backs his way to the 27-yard line.
Coming into the game tonight, Brendan Brzezinski, who caught that big pass, the junior, had 4 receptions for 57 yards and 1 touchdown. Had a big catch on that drive, Mark.
26-yarder. Luther Ford drive summary, 6 plays, 68 yards. Took 3 minutes and 5 seconds.
Homer Center needs an answer here with 2:51 to go in this first half. Fast-moving first half here tonight.
Crown a homecoming queen at halftime. Wildcats start at their own 28. Sidecar to the left of Arone is Gabe Cobaugh. Quarterback draw. Arone keeps it. Arone some decent yardage from the 28 to about the 35-yard line. Wildcats with 1 timeout, 2:40. Clock moving here in the second quarter. 17-3 Panthers. Coal Bowl, Northern Cambria has made it interesting. It's 7-6 in the second quarter at Cambria Heights. On the tackle, it was Jackson. Wrong one, Don.
Kremikabar was on the number 90, was also in on that tackle.
Guys, not good news. Jake Woodring came limping off the field after that play to get some attention from the trainer.
Yep. Over center, 2nd down and 3. Jaden Kahadaway made that last tackle. 2nd down and 3. Arone going to throw deep downfield. It's a wobbler, and it's deflected away. Riley Kobaugh had a couple of steps on the defender, but that ball was underthrown and a little wobbly out of the hand of Carson Arone. Carson entering the game 26 of 45, 58% for 325 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Homer Center in 4 games, guys, they have just 1 turnover, which is an outstanding number, obviously.
Another reason why they're 3-1. No doubt about that. Protect that ball. Third
down, 3 to go. Big play for Homer Center, trailing by 14. Arone to pass. Arone flushed out, rolls to his right, looking, throws, has a receiver. Kobaugh takes it at the 50, gets a block from Fisher. 40, 35, tackled at the 30 from behind. Once he gets motoring, he's hard to catch, and he has a great gain for Homer Center of 35 yards.
No timeouts, as you said.
Actually, one for Homer.
1 for Homer. Did Brady Kaufman end up making that tackle?
It was Brady Kaufman indeed.
Great job by Arone, again, being flushed out of that pocket, being able to make something happen, finding a receiver open, and that's a big play for Homer Center. This is a drive, Mark, that you think they want to finish with 6.
No doubt about it, trailing by 14 points.
River Valley gets the ball to start the second half. Keep that in mind, too.
Exactly. Arone going to keep this one. Arone to the 27-yard line for 3 yards on the tackle for River Valley defensively.
Number 63 again, that's Brady Kaufman.
Yep, Kaufman, 5'9", 176-pounder, leads the team with 31 tackles entering action. Down to 125, Wildcats operating quickly from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. People forward banking. Twins at the bottom of the screen if you're watching. It's a 2x2, 2 up top as well. Arone to pass. Arone throwing deep. End zone has a receiver wide open. Actually short of the end zone, but it's going to set up first and goal. Deegan Fedoruk at the 3-yard line. And River Valley just got lost in the secondary on that play. Wildcats had 2x2, 4 receivers in the pattern, and the Panthers didn't cover it.
And Fedoruk was just like, hey, I'm open. You hit him in stride, and that's 6.
32-yard gain. First and goal at the River Valley 3. And there's motion on Homer Center.
Yep.
Last week, Homer Center, I mentioned to Coach Page, no penalty, or 1 penalty, no turnovers. But there's a penalty there, and a costly one backs them up.
Back to the 9. They're going to lose. They were at the 4, right?
3-yard line, so they back it up to the 8.
Okay, I thought they were at the 4. But, yeah, and the timing of this penalty. You know, you're rolling. You got things going your way. You got a first and goal. And it wasn't just one person who was moving for the Wildcats. It was 3 or 4. So the first and goal goes back to the 8-yard line. But Homer Center is knocking on the door here, and they need 6.
Sometimes maybe that's on the center when you have multiple guys moving. Arone takes the shotgun snap, pressure, sack, smothered by the 15. Fumbles the football. It's recovered by Gabe Ruffner. Carson didn't have a chance, and it was Brady Kaufman up the middle, or actually Hayden Height up the middle that led the charge.
Wow, that's a big loss. So after a 5-yard penalty, now QB sack.
So you're first and goal at the 3, and now you're second and goal at the second.
At the 18.
18-yard line. Timeout called by Homer Center. We're going to keep it right here in our S&T Bank broadcast booth. Jeff, you have Ayana down there. She can maybe get you on camera here. And we'll send it down to you. Boy, Homer Center has had a golden opportunity. Now it's second and goal at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, Mark, they got down there, and if Arone does not underthrow Deegan Fedora, he's already in the end zone, and now they've only gone backwards since they got down there. So if River Valley can stop them here, it's big momentum for them going into halftime.
Yeah, you want that big mo going in at the break, because if Homer Center scores, it's back to a 1-score game, and then you're in it.
Thanks to Ayana for getting Jeff on camera, although I don't know that we had Jeff on camera. Jeff, you've got a better face for Cat Country 106.3.
I've always been told that, Mark. Thank you.
And I second that, Jeff.
You guys are related somehow, right?
Don't tell anybody.
Okay. Second and goal from the 18-yard line. Probably maybe look to cut this in half if your Homer Center. River Valley, of course, wants to keep pushing them back. They'll probably be bringing pressure, knowing they're going to pass from the shotgun. Takes the snap from shotgun, center done. Pressure up the middle. He steps up, now comes right, dumps it off, incomplete. No receiver there, unless he was thinking Caden McEnulty. Yeah. So now it's 3rd down and goal from the 18-yard line.
I think Coach Dalton's thinking the same thing as you, because he was still in the pocket, threw the ball. It made it past the line of scrimmage, so that therefore it would not be a penalty if there was a receiver in the area.
That's exactly what Coach Dalton is saying, Bill, that there was no receiver in the area. But they are not going to drop a flag.
But he was hit as he was throwing, so that might have affected the direction of that ball.
I did see Homer Center's Caden McEnulty kind of got tripped up as he was releasing, so that might have been part of the judgment of the officials. McEnulty, tight end on the right side. Snap a bit high. Arone going to throw for the end zone. Jump ball intercepted in the end zone by Max Perschetti, I believe that is. And it is. He just kind of threw it into double coverage, and there's the second turnover of the year on Homer Center, and the first interception thrown by Carson Arone. So the Wildcats completely butchered that 1st and goal at the 3 opportunity, and River Valley holds them out. Give River Valley a ton of credit.
Yeah, and that's going to really hurt Homer Center. If you're looking ahead, you got to come up big on defense to start the second half. River Valley gets the ball. They've been moving the ball down the field. You really needed some points here. Even if it was only going to be 3, you needed some points. Not going to happen. River Valley just going to go to the half with a 17-3 lead.
Try to catch up with Ed Dalton.
Big defensive stand for River Valley here in the closing seconds of the first half.
Jeff, I think you left Ayana behind you, but we'll get it. We'll get Ed, even if it's not on video. Maybe Ted Maseko can capture it up above. That's the end of the first half. They take a knee, and River Valley on a homecoming night with an impressive performance. Let's send it down to Jeff Cribbs with Ed Dalton.
Thank you very much, Roger. Here with Coach Dalton. Coach, your defense came up for you real big in that last drive in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, we came up good. I mean, we had him 3rd and forever, and we lost contain. That kid's good. 14's good. He made a play with his feet. We matched him with the pick there. So a really well-played game, I think, on both teams, very physical.
All right, Coach, good luck in the second half. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Head coach Ed Dalton. His tour of duty here at River Valley this year as he returns to Indiana County. He coached at Purchase Line from 1987 to 1991. In those years, they only played Homer Center once in Week 5 of 1987, and Homer Center won 20-0. That's when the Appalachian was so big they had different sections. So
the old Appalachian Conference.
Ed Dalton has had a lot of success wherever he has gone, and he has the Panthers off to a 3-1 start, and they're in good position heading to the second half, up by 14 points, 17-3. Stay with us for our ITT halftime report. We'll kick it off with radio replays from the first half with Panthers leading Homer Center 17-3 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
It's Summer Meltdown at 5-Star Mitsubishi Altoona. We're on fire! Take up to $10,000 off your new Mitsubishi. Plus, you get the best warranty on the planet and free scheduled maintenance. Whether you choose a Mitsubishi Outlander, gas or plug-in hybrid, Eclipse Cross, Outlander Sport, Mirage or G4, the Mitsubishi Giant's got you covered. Take up to $10,000 off today, only at
5-Star Mitsubishi Altoona. It doesn't get better than this.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
If you're out for business or vacation, your pet's world is turned upside down. Minimize the stress to them by keeping them in their routine with your personal pet sitter. From visits to dog walking, from bathing, medicine administration to overnight stays, your pet is in good hands. They can even stay the night if you need them to. Bonded, insured, and Red Cross trained. When you can't be there, your personal pet sitter is there for you. See what I did there? Schedule your personal pet sitter today. 724-388-5859.
Drive through summer and save big at Luther Ford. Right now at Luther Ford, lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT or Ford Ranger XLT, your choice, just $420 a month. That's right, your choice, just $420 a month with no money down. These Luther Ford leases are incredible, and with no money down, the savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
Luxembourg's Jewelers would like to wish the best of luck to all the Heritage Conference schools and, of course, the Indiana Little Indians this season. Luxembourg's is excited to celebrate the grand reopening of their downtown Indiana location at 621 Philadelphia Street. Along with the Indiana Mall store, Luxembourg's Jewelers is still the winning choice for gifts of any occasion. Show your school pride with gifts ranging from beautiful logoed coffee mugs, keychains, money clips, water bottles, and more. Luxembourg's Jewelers is Indiana's jeweler.
MarionCenterBank.com. Looking for a bank that's rooted in your community? Looking for a bank that has all the latest options that a hometown bank should have? For personal and business banking, home loans and student loans, and fraud protection that's state-of-the-art, trust Marion Center Bank. With locations servicing Indiana, Armstrong, and Cambria counties. Struggling with student loan applications and decisions? Now is the perfect time to inquire about student loans at Marion Center Bank. MarionCenterBank.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
That ended with a Cole Heckathorn 43-yarder that was good at the 3:54 mark to make it 3-0. 8 plays, 35 yards. It took 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Wildcats couldn't get anything going offensively at all on their second possession. They went 3 and out, and then a very high short punt that netted only 17 yards. River Valley started with 1:41 left in the quarter at the Homer Center 47-yard line. It didn't take them long to extend their lead. On a third down play, Brody Hutter, the senior transfer from Mount Pleasant, went to work. The give up the middle to Hutter, breaks the tackle, has a first down, 35, 30, 25, 20. Fedora can't catch him, touchdown River Valley. It is Brody Hutter's 4th touchdown of the season as he takes it 41 yards, and it was clogged up the middle, and he found some daylight and took it to the house, and it's 9-0 Panthers. 10-0 after Cole Heckathorn's extra point. 3 plays, 47 yards, took just 52 seconds. Went to the second quarter, a drive that started for Homer Center at their own 23-yard line. They moved it down the field, but they stalled too, had to attempt a 29-yard field goal. Brady Frazier connected on his third, as both field goal kickers kicked their third field goals of the season. 29-yarder capped off a 15-play, 67-yard drive that took 6 minutes and 47 seconds. Homer Center picked up 5 first downs along the way, but had to settle for 3. It was 10-3 at the 6:08 mark. But good teams respond, and that's what River Valley did, starting at their own 32-yard line. They got a 32-yard run from quarterback Max Perchetti that took the football to the Homer Center 39, and then a leaping catch by Brendan Brzezinski, a 26-yard reception to Homer Center's 8-yard line. Hutter took it to the 4-yard line. It was 2nd and goal for the Panthers at the 4 when a talented sophomore got into the scoring column.
Woodring.
And it's Woodring with the carry. Woodring into the end zone for a River Valley touchdown. Woodring from 4 yards out.
13th of the year? No, I'm sorry, 8th of the year?
That's his 9th touchdown of the season. 2:57 left as they flash the LED lights here, different colors. It's 16-3 River Valley. Well done, 68-yard drive. On 6 plays, took 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Heckathorn's extra point made it 17-3. And then, Bill, I thought from Homer Center's standpoint, missed opportunity in a big way. They started at their own 28-yard line, trailing by 14. Could have climbed back into the game. They hit a 35-yard pass to Riley Cobaugh to the Panthers 30. Fedoric 32-yard pass reception to the 3. 1st and 3, penalty.
That just started it. It was the penalty. And then the next thing you know, you're behind the sticks even further because of a quarterback sack. Couldn't get out of the way. Homer Center, they're driving the ball. They're making plays. Instead of getting the 6, they got the 3. But that last drive there in that first half, Mark, that could be the game changer right there.
No doubt about it. Max Perchetti, an interception in the end zone as Arone threw into double coverage. We've seen Carson look pretty efficient running the show, but not on that play. I don't know if he felt pressure, but he unloaded and probably a pass he shouldn't have thrown, and it ended up being picked by Max Perchetti. A couple of more princesses to be introduced here tonight.
And a real quick score update. Indiana got their first win of the week last week. Right now they're trailing at halftime to Derry 20-14.
And Derry coached by former Wildcat offensive coordinator Mike Arone. His brother Tony still running the defense. We're going to pause. We'll see. Let's see. Maybe we're pretty close to the announcement, so we better keep it here. We'll jump ahead and look at the stats while they make the final introductions here at River Valley. And rushing, Homer Center, 18 rushes, only 12 net yards. Of course, quarterback sacks hurting the cause. Carson Arone, 11 rushes, 11 yards, probably at least 3 sacks mixed in. Gabe Cobaugh, 4 rushes, 11 yards. Connor DeArmond, 1 carry for 10 yards. It ended up being actually 16 carries for 32 yards net. Arone passing 12 of 18 for 129 yards. The Wildcats with 161 yards of total offense. Riley Cobaugh, 4 receptions, 55 yards if my math is right, adding them up very quickly. For River Valley, Max Perchetti, the quarterback, that 1 carry for 32 yards. Hunter Adair, 2 carries, -5. Jake Woodring, 5 carries, 43 yards and a touchdown. Brody Hutter, 5 carries, 54 yards and a touchdown. 13 rushing attempts, 124 yards for River Valley. And passing, Perchetti was 1 of 3 for 26 yards. They had 150 yards of total offense to 161 for Homer Center. So the Wildcats actually outgained them.
They moved the ball.
All right, let's see if we can pick up the announcement of the homecoming queen. Jeff Cribbs down on the field. You got your mic opened up for us?
Yes, sir, Mark. As soon as they announce it, we should hear it.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Drum roll, please. The 2025 River Valley High School homecoming queen is Haley Artley.
Haley Artley is the homecoming queen.
Congratulations to Haley, and congratulations to the entire River Valley homecoming court here tonight. And they got a beautiful night for it, don't they? What'd you say game time temperature was, Jeff, hanging around 71 degrees or so?
Yes, sir. It was above 70 tonight.
All right.
And it hasn't cooled down much yet, actually.
We're going to come back, take a look, a little deeper dive into the overall stats when our ITT halftime report continues from Panther Stadium at River Valley High School. River Valley 17 and the Homer Center Wildcats 3 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Lots of people still don't realize the benefits of chiropractic health care. It improves balance, muscle flexibility, joints, improves range of motion, athletic coordination, and helps the body recover faster. Many professional athletes use chiropractic health care to improve performance and prevent injuries. See the difference Maine's Chiropractic can make for you. Maine's Chiropractic, Main Street, Homer City. Adjusting today for a better tomorrow.
Your happy place could be a reading chair in a south-facing window, a porch for your vegetable garden, or a flower garden that gets sunshine all day. And S&T Bank wants to help you get it. With an S&T Home Equity Total Line of Credit, you can afford to make it a reality and also afford all the extras to make it perfect. Whether it's outdoors or indoors, S&T Bank opens doors. Learn more about a home equity total line of credit at stbank.com or visit a local branch. S&T Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's a true treasure in Blairsville, a style of eating that's rare, and that's the diner experience. Dean's Diner on Route 22 captures the mood and atmosphere of the old-fashioned family-style eating of the off-road diner. Scrumptious home-style meals you remember growing up with, capped off with Dean's Diner's famous assortment of homemade pies. Why not stop in after the game? Open 24 hours, 7 days a week. Dean's Diner, Route 22, Blairsville, the classic diner eating experience.
You can't have everything. Where would you put it? The Blairsville Fleetique is where you can find, well, everything from holiday decorations to sports, tools, kitchen items, and music. You'll probably find a kitchen sink, too. Blairsville Fleetique has antique treasures like blow molds and lights, books, magazines, and pictures, and more. Even a book for installing that kitchen sink. One-of-a-kind albums and furniture that you need to see. Blairsville Fleetique, open 7 days. On Route 22 in Blairsville, across from TriStar.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Following's paid for by friends of Joe Pittman. The third quarter is being presented by State Senator Joe Pittman, who wishes all of the students a championship school year. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club and Twin Cities Event Hall on Mill Road in Grayston continue to rise to new heights. Membership is soaring, and now's the time to join the best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County. Exciting renovations are underway, including a brand new outdoor stage and handicapped accessible parking at the hall. Enjoy a friendly atmosphere at the club, great food. Don't miss delicious pizzas every Thursday and Friday. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Mill Road in Grayston.
Let's go Wildcats!
Technical difficulty there, Bill, and then we adjust on the fly. That's what we do in the business, right? You've been in the game long enough.
Been there, done that. Yes,
hey,
sir.
What about some additional stats?
Well, there's some things that stand out, Mark. I'm going to go through them, all these first half stats. The rushing yards. River Valley, 13 attempts, 124 yards, and 2 touchdowns compared to Homer Center's 16 for 32. Passing game, a lot of passing on the Homer Center side. Arone is 12 for 18, 129 yards. That really bad interception that was thrown at the end of the first half. Perchetti is just 1 for 3, 26 yards. Totals 34 plays. Wow. 34 plays for Homer Center, 161 yards. 16 total plays by River Valley for 150 yards. Another one with some yellow on it, Mark, for a reason. Time of possession. You would think with a 17-3 lead, River Valley up time of possession. They had the ball for 8 minutes and 17 seconds in that first half compared to Homer Center's 15 minutes and 43 seconds. So it's no surprise they were able to move the sticks. They have 10 first downs, do the Wildcats, compared to the Panthers' 5. Third down conversions. Homer's had more attempts at it. They're 4 for 7. They only had 3 third down conversion attempts, did River Valley, and they connected on 1. Homer was 0 for 2 on 4th down. 1 for 2 were the River Valley Panthers. Turnovers in that first half. A clean game for River Valley so far. 1 interception, as I had mentioned. Penalties. You wouldn't think that a 5-yard penalty was a big deal. More on that in a moment from Mark Burdick. And there was 1 punt in the game for just 16 yards. Thank you, Jerry Ross.
All right. Quick Stats brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. Time to be first. First Commonwealth Bank. Yeah, that 5-yard penalty. The Wildcats trailing 17-3.
You know what? If you tell a coach that, hey, after 1 half, the only penalty you had was a 5-yard false start, they're going to take it every time.
Yeah.
Not there.
Jeff Cribbs down to the sideline. What about your impressions of the first half and what's ahead?
Well, thank you, Mark. The big stop there is always the story of the first down, the penalty. You know, if Carson Arone hits him in stride, it's a different game going into halftime. That touchdown's going to score. But I did have a chance to catch up with Troy Milron. Bill, you remember the first game of the year, he was carted off the field on a stretcher with a very bad leg injury. And Troy's intending to come back and play this season, maybe as early as next week. So his recovery has gone very well.
Good news. Try to catch up with Greg Page when we come out. I'm sure Jeff will ask him about that key penalty, only one, but it hurt. We'll do that when we return on the ITT pregame or halftime show on the RMC Renda Media Football Network.
You can't have everything. Where would you put it? The Blairsville Fleetique is where you can find, well, everything from holiday decorations to sports, tools, kitchen items, and music. You'll probably find a kitchen sink, too. Blairsville Fleetique has antique treasures like blow molds and lights, books, magazines, and pictures, and more. Even a book for installing that kitchen sink. One-of-a-kind albums and furniture that you need to see. Blairsville Fleetique, open 7 days. En Route 22 in Blairsville, across from TriStar.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Following's paid for by friends of Joe Pittman. The third quarter is being presented by State Senator Joe Pittman, who wishes all of the students a championship school year.
Three Panthers over the Wildcats. Jeff Cribbs with Homer Center, 19th year head coach Greg Page.
Thank you, Mark. I'm here with Coach Page. And, Coach, right before halftime, very promising drive. Unfortunately, you came away empty there.
Yeah, you know what, that's on me. I kind of pinpointed our quarterback to look for one of our guys and kind of pigeonholed it there, and we have some other options, so I take the blame on that. But you can't get down to the 3 and jump and have illegal procedure. They're too good. I mean, you can see they've hit us on some big plays, and that was my fear.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you guys very much.
Greg Page visiting with Jeff Cribbs. Bill, halftime adjustments brought to you by Maine's Chiropractic, adjusting today for a better tomorrow. Main Street in Homer City. Take us in both locker rooms and maybe adjustments that both coaches could be looking at.
Well, I think River Valley, they need to clamp down in their secondary. They've given up some passing yards, some passing completions. They forced Homer Center to be almost completely in the air game. They've shut them down pretty well defensively when it comes to running the ball. For Homer Center, Mark, I think it's pretty simple. Try to finish the drive. It's like you're baking the cake, but you're not getting a chance to take it out of the oven and eat it. They've had some drives. They had some first downs, but unfortunately they got down there and they kind of shot themselves in their own foot with those mistakes at a very critical time. And don't forget, on that quarterback sack, he fumbled the ball too, which driven back further. Homer Center was able to recover. So for Homer Center, you got to finish the drive. And for River Valley, keep on doing what you're doing offensively because it's working.
Let's check the out-of-town scoreboard as we take you around the Heritage Conference and the WPIAL as it relates to Indiana. And let me scroll up here at the half. Derry leading Indiana 20-13. That's our WPIAL score. Halftime, this is a surprise. Marion Center 10, West Shamokin nothing. Marion Center off of that big victory at Canberra Heights, maybe taking the Wolves, who were winless, a little lightly.
Yeah, well, that was a big win last week. Did not expect 10-0 halftime score.
Halftime, Coal Bowl, 51st edition, I believe that is. Cambria Heights 7, Northern Cambria 6. What else would you expect?
Wow, no doubt about it. Rivalry true.
Conemaugh Township and Portage and United Valley, Conemaugh Valley halftime scores. Here they are. United Valley 35, winless Conemaugh Valley nothing. Conemaugh Township 13, Portage 6. That's our halftime report. Stay with us for the start of the second half. Coming up next right here on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Following's paid for by friends of Joe Pittman. The third quarter is being presented by State Senator Joe Pittman, who wishes all of the students a championship school year.
Approaches the football end-over-end kick.
Wow.
And drives the Panthers back to the 1-yard line. And with the football, let's see who that is for River Valley. It's not
Hutter.
It is Brody Hutter on the return. Thank you, Jeff. Couldn't quite get the spot on the number. And he returns it. Outstanding kick from Fraser, and a good return by Hutter, tackled on the kick coverage team of the Wildcats by Connor DeArmond, but the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The last thing that happens in the first half, the first thing that begins in the second half, a lot of times, Mark, you find those are critical, and that's your game. For Homer Center's defense, right now, this could be that point of the game.
No
Stopping
question.
River Valley, yep.
They're not built to come back from 21-point deficits. And they flip, and with the football, and running room for Woodring from the 28 to about the 31, 32-yard line.
Yeah, he only picked up 3 on that play.
Don Mester, our spotter, saying he actually slipped on that play.
Trying to avoid the Homer Center defense, kind of swarming there. They may be in a little bit of panic mode, knowing how serious this is to come up with a stop on defense.
Third quarter being presented by Friends of Joe Pittman. Thank you, Senator Pittman, for your support of amateur athletics. Wingmen left and right, and they give on a counter, and it is Hunter Adair with the football, not going anywhere. Good defense by Homer Center. Homer Center's defense, Dom Shimko leading the charge on that play. They have not played all that badly. A couple of big plays, but they are an improving group and pretty young on that side of the ball with only 4 seniors.
And the big thing is don't let Hunter Adair get onto that second level, because that's where he'll burn you. Good job by the defense for Homer Center. It's bringing up a third down, a crucial third down here.
Big play for both teams. Same formation. Perchetti going to keep it, option right, trying to get to the edge. Makes a nice cut at the 35 to the 40. 45 dragged down from behind by Homer Center's Jackson Taylor. But a first down for quarterback Max Perchetti. He, too, continues to improve each and every week.
Junior quarterback for River Valley, and good moves by on his legs there, because that was pretty much all legs, making the defense work, outrunning those slower defensive linemen, moving the sticks, and a big crucial third down conversion for River Valley.
12-yard gain for Perchetti to the 45 of River Valley. Tight formation, Woodring in motion. They fake the toss to Woodring. Perchetti rolls weak side, throwing downfield, all deflected away, almost intercepted by Carson Arone. That time I think Max Perchetti hung on to the ball a little bit too long. He had a receiver breaking open in Brendan Brzezinski. We'll see if we get a replay on our monitor in the booth as they fake the toss and booting to his left and throwing against his body, which is difficult, underthrows it, and Arone nearly picked it.
Yeah, and you're right, Mark. He gets rid of that ball maybe a half second earlier, because Arone had closing speed on that one to be able to get to that ball and knock it away.
Brody Hutter, the fullback. Brody Stoller, receiver to the right. It is Hunter Adair in motion, right up the gut to Hutter. Hutter to the 48-yard line. a gain of about 3, but it'll be 3rd down and 7. 9:50 clock moving here in the third quarter. It's 17-3 Panthers. Gabe Ruffner on the tackle for Homer Center. They spot it at the 49, so call it a gain of 4, but it is 3rd down and a long 6.
For the second time on this drive in the third quarter, in this first drive of the third quarter, second time in this drive, they're facing a 3rd down. Can the Homer Center defense come up big here and force a punt?
Stoller, receiver to the right. Brzezinski, I think that is to the left. And Perchetti reverses. He's going to be sacked. I'm not sure if there was some confusion on that play. It just didn't look crisp from the beginning. Gabe Kobaugh in there for the Homer Center Wildcats. And the River Valley Panthers, for the first time tonight, will have to send out the punt team.
Looking like he was trying to hand it to somebody that wasn't there. Look, Mark, he just, no, you know what? That's a collapsing defense right there. He had an option play. He had a dare running to his left, but he could never get that ball off. That was a smart play by Perchetti to not try to pitch that ball because it would have been a turnover. But Homer Center's defense comes up big here.
Zeke Doak, the long snapper. Perchetti averages 34.6 per punt. He's only punted 5 times. Number 6 is in the air, taken by Frazier at the 23, quickly to the 30, 35, 40. 45-50. Wildcats are going to start as a flag flies in River Valley territory, and this might be the second penalty on Homer Center. Let's see. Wrong chart. On the punt coverage team, Tanner Flickinger.
So the ball for now marked at the 48-yard line of River Valley, but they got a hold that is going against Homer Center. You go by your checklist, Mark.
34-yard punt, 34-yard return, but it's coming back.
Make them punt. They did. Get the ball back, get decent field position. Yeah, this penalty is going to knock them back some, but they were already in plus territory. Now Homer Center has to finish the drive. Nice punt return, by the way.
Yeah, 34-yard punt, 34-yard return, basically. So they'll mark it off. Boy, that from the spot of the foul, so that foul happened right near the tackle, I guess.
Yeah, because it is exactly 10 yards back to the 42. So could have been a lot worse, Mark. If that was way down here, figure where they would be. So bright spot here for the Wildcats to start the second half. Their first drive, they were able to come up defensively and get the ball back.
1st and 10 on their own 42-yard line.
So they come out with Gabe Kobaugh in the backfield. 2-by-2 formation. Arone shotgun snap, going to keep it. Arone trying to get to the far sideline. Brody Hutter said, not so fast. Going to tackle him right at the line of scrimmage.
Kind of like a little run-pass option.
Yeah, it's that RPO that Homer Center likes to run.
He decided to keep it, which was a good move, but he didn't get anywhere.
River Valley's been waiting for it tonight, and they've defended it well. A lot can happen to kids after hours and not just on the gridiron. Babies get fevers, children step on glass, athletes twist their ankles. Bill Cody gets hurt in the booth, and IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is there for you. Open weekdays and weekends from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, Old Route 22 in Blairsville. Little bubble screen for Homer Center, and the pass out in the flat to Drew Fisher. And Fisher, for Homer Center, his 7th reception of the season. Going to be stopped shy of midfield at the 49-yard line by Lucas Kishlock, the cornerback on the left side, the senior 5'9", 150.
Talk about crucial third downs on River Valley's offense. How crucial a third down is this for Homer Center to keep their offense on the field?
Trailing 17-3 here at Panther Stadium. Arone shotgun. Takes the snap from sophomore Dunn, going to keep it. Arone going to be tackled at midfield after a 1-yard gain.
Michael Waino.
Waino just beat his man up front, and Carson did well to get to midfield, and he doesn't even quite get to midfield, and the Wildcats, trailing by 14, are going to roll the dice and go for it here, I do believe.
They're going to discuss it. They're going to have to keep their eye on the play clock. Still 18 seconds to play on the play clock. The game clock is at 6:38.
4th down and 2. Wildcats line up to go for it unless they try to draw them offside, and now a timeout going to be called by Homer Center with 6:33 remaining in the third quarter. Critical play for Homer Center when we return. They trail 17-3 to River Valley on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club and Twin Cities Event Hall on Mill Road in Grayston continue to rise to new heights. Membership is soaring, and now's the time to join the best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County. Exciting renovations are underway, including a brand new outdoor stage and handicapped accessible parking at the hall. Enjoy a friendly atmosphere at the club, great food. Don't miss delicious pizzas every Thursday and Friday. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Mill Road in Grayston.
Let's go Wildcat!
Becoming a champion isn't defined by a single moment. It's a journey shaped by years of dedication on and off the court. Milk stands out as a nutrient-rich powerhouse loaded with protein, calcium, and essential vitamins, making it crucial for muscle recovery and building strength. Fuel your passion with milk, a natural sports drink. Drink milk, stay strong, and play hard. Cheers to the incredible benefits of milk and sports nutrition. A message from the Allied Milk Producers.
Down and two, the Wildcats roll the dice, and they come up with the play to Deegan Fedoruk for a first down. They needed
Stoller a little late on that.
Two, and Stoller made the tackle, but not before Fedoruk hauled it in at the 43-yard line. The Wildcats have had some success in the passing game here.
That play's been there all night long. And had it not been for a short thrown ball on a long play, this game's a lot closer.
7 yards on that reception. Marone to pass again. Pocket collapses. He's going to run. And he runs through a little opening to the 35-yard line for an 8-yard gain. Boy, they're really spying on Carson. You can see that defensively. Brody Hutter with another tackle for the Panthers.
Boy, he gets an open field, though. Looks like he can be dangerous, Mark.
He's quicker than maybe he looks. I didn't think he had great speed, but he's proved me wrong at times here in the first half of the season.
Maybe being more, not so much speed, but elusive?
Yes, he is shifty is what I've called him.
They're at the 35 now, second down. Oh, yeah, second down.
Second down and 2 at the 35-yard line. Hand off to Connor DeArmond. The little guy, senior, close to a first down.
That'll depend on the mark.
For River Valley, Evan Strauss and some friends, but it is enough to move the chains.
Chain gang goes for a walk. And if they weren't sure, Coach Page was over there to let them know, yep, it's first down.
Football marked at the 32-yard line.
Mark, this is a drive that needs to end with a touchdown. Now you see the River Valley players, some of them with their hands on their hips. They're starting to get a little tired.
But they have a lot more depth. They play a lot of different linemen altogether on the defensive front. They fake it to DeArmond. Arone keeps it. Arone a couple of tough yards to the 31-yard line.
Brody Forsha hanging on for the tackle.
Forsha and also Strauss in there for River Valley.
Just a short gain brings up second down. I think for Homer Center, this is the telltale drive of the game right here. You get 6, you're back in it. You know you can go down the field. You know you've had big play opportunities. You're still in this game.
Second down and 9. 2-by-2 formation. Arone throws underneath, deflected away, poked from behind, intended for Drew Fisher. Nice play defensively by River Valley's Lucas Kishlock, and now it'll be third down and 9.
I had the binoculars up, Mark, right on that. He just got a hand in there at the very last second to knock that away.
Next week, Homer Center returns home for their homecoming, I believe, against Purchase Line. And River Valley, big game at United Valley. They're playing much better.
Third and 9 for the Wildcats.
Big third down for the Homer Center Wildcats. Under center.
Sophomore Colin Dunn takes the snap. Arone does, steps up, eludes pressure, but now he's hit and dropped from behind. Nice play defensively by the River Valley Panthers. Brody Kaufman.
Yep.
Kaufman only a junior.
Made him lose a yard or two. It's actually now instead of third and manageable, he lost yards, so now it's 4th and long. 4th and 10, you might as well call it.
Yep, 4th and 10 is right, Bill, back to the 33-yard line. Jeff Cribbs, a lot of pressure applied all night long by this defensive front of the River Valley Panthers.
Yeah, Mark, to your point, River Valley can alternate offensive and defensive linemen. A lot of high school kids got to play both ways.
Let's see where Riley Cobaw's lined up. Slot left for Homer Center. Now they send DeArmond. They have go empty. Trips to the left. Arone looking. Pretty good protection this time. Going to throw for the end zone for Cobaw. Jump ball deflected, incomplete at the 2-yard line. Good coverage as 1-10 defends another 10. Jake Woodring defending Riley Cobaw, and the Wildcats turn it over on downs, and we will have a media timeout. We look at a replay. Drew Fisher was open on the sideline, and Carson Arone, if he spots him, it's a first down. Should have had a media timeout, but we didn't get it, so we will keep it here.
River Valley takes over after the incomplete play. River Valley almost intercepted that ball. They were smart enough to let that ball hit the ground. Better field position.
At the 33. I think Perchetti just kept that football.
He did.
He did.
Huh. Right up the middle. You hear that? Tackled by the whole line.
Yeah.
Center. It's a nice chunky yards on just a basic quarterback sneak. 2nd down and 6. He picked up 4.
This is a big game for River Valley in the District 6 AA standings. You can start paying attention to that. Right now they're in 5th place. Top 8 make the playoffs, but the top 4 earn home playoff games. And it's tough when you play so many single-A opponents. And the one AA opponent where they could have racked up wins, they scrimmaged West Shamokin. So they only will play 3 AA opponents this season. And the handoff, and Hutter is breaking free and powering his way for a first down. The Wildcats, what on earth? Just terrible tackling there for Homer Center. Maybe they are starting to get worn down a little bit. Caden McAnulty, and we have an injury on the field as well. Could be a cramp situation. We get a replay here. Hutter is basically hit as he takes the handoff, and Ruffner, he can't believe he didn't go down, and then Bell missed him, and he plows for a first down.
And, Jeff, this is something that we've seen all season long from him. He likes to run low to the ground. He likes to break tackles.
Absolutely, Bill. And to Mark's point, we get to the second half. It's a hot night here in September, and River Valley runs 5 fresh offensive linemen out there. A lot of these Homer Center guys are playing both ways. And we've seen River Valley's offensive line wear down teams throughout the season in these wins, Bill.
Injury timeout on the field with 2:38 remaining in the third quarter. Score continues to be River Valley 17 and the Homer Center Wildcats 3 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
If you're out for business or vacation, your pet's world is turned upside down. Minimize the stress to them by keeping them in their routine with your personal pet sitter. From visits to dog walking, from bathing, medicine administration to overnight stays, your pet is in good hands. They can even stay the night if you need them to. Bonded, insured, and Red Cross trained. When you can't be there, your personal pet sitter is there for you. See what I did there? Schedule your personal pet sitter today. 724-388-5859.
Valley with the football on 1st and 10. Brady Hutter on the carry for about 4 yards to midfield. On the stop, Caden McAnulty for the Homer Center Wildcats, who's had a pretty strong game on both sides of the ball.
Colin Dunn was the player that was down, hopefully just a cramp, which I think is what it was. Warm night here tonight, Panther Stadium, where River Valley is up 17-3. The clock counting at 2:05 and counting. They are on just the other side of the 50.
Up to date, first Commonwealth quick stat, Brody Hutter, 8 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown. 2nd down and 6. And Perchetti going to keep this one, and Perchetti breaks one tackle, drags a defender for a couple, but again, Caden McAnulty for the Homer Center Wildcats on the stop. So it sets up 3rd down and 3 to go for River Valley. My point about their schedule, River Valley, and the double-A point opportunities. They did lose to Cambria Heights, so that hurt.
Yep.
And United Valley will be the next double-A opponent, and then it's back to single-A against Purchase Line, Conemaugh Valley, and then the big game looming October 17th at Marion Center.
Homer Center has a big game that night on October 17th.
Third down and 3. Wildcats will be playing who? Cambria Heights, right. And up the middle, and first down yardage for the River Valley Panthers goes Jake Woodring. Hayden Bentz in there for Dunn made the tackle, but the River Valley Panthers are grinding away against Homer Center, a drive that started at the 33-yard line. They are now at the 34 of Homer Center.
3 out of their 4 wins. This is what we're used to seeing in the second half. They wear down defenses, keeping them on the field, doing long sustained drives. It's almost like River Valley's like, I don't want to bust a long one here. Let's keep running the ball and keep their defense on the field.
Third quarter being presented by State Senator Joe Pittman. We're down to 45 seconds to play. Motion man is Hunter Adair, but they give up the middle. No, they don't. It is the wingman on the left, Jake Woodring, with it, and he is smothered for a loss back outside the 35 to the 37-yard line.
Hayden Bentz and Gabe Kobaugh tag teaming back there.
Hayden Bentz is a promising player, more in a two-deep situation, but he's very active and disruptive. Not very big, 172 pounds. He stands 6 feet. He's a junior. And the third quarter is going to come to an end. Thanks to friends of Joe Pittman. No scoring in the third. River Valley on the march as we head to the fourth. It's River Valley 17 and the Homer Center Wildcats 3 on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
It's a true treasure in Blairsville, a style of eating that's rare, and that's the diner experience. Dean's Diner on Route 22 captures the mood and atmosphere of the old-fashioned family-style eating of the off-road diner. Scrumptious home-style meals you remember growing up with, capped off with Dean's Diner's famous assortment of homemade pies. Why not stop in after the game? Open 24 hours, 7 days a week. Dean's Diner, Route 22, Blairsville, the classic diner eating experience.
Start to finish, you're an adrenaline junkie. On or off the road, Yamaha builds it. You want it? 5-Star Power Sports has got it. Destination Duncansville. 5-Star's got a huge selection of Yamaha bikes, quads, side-by-side, watercraft, snowmobiles, plus parts and accessories. Huge selection means high volume. High volume means super low prices. 5-Star's got the best buying and ownership experience you'll ever have.
5-Star Power Sports. You were born ready for this.
That big development, and we thank Homer City. Hopefully for both of these teams as they make playoff pushes. River Valley leading here as we head to the 4th, 5th all-time meeting between these two schools. River Valley, the largest school in the Heritage Conference with 191 male enrollment in grades 9 through 11, which is the PIAA barometer. The Wildcats second to the smallest. Second down and 13. Double wing. Motion man is Adair behind the formation toward the Panther bench. And the give to Hutter up the middle. Some tough yardage back to the original line of scrimmage, where it'll set up third down and about 10 to go.
I know this is considered a rivalry, and this is a great atmosphere here so far of what we're seeing at River Valley with all the stuff going around. Not only in the country, but also locally. You get two rivals together. Rivals don't need to fight each other. They need to respect each other. I've been seeing players from other teams helping the other guy up.
Good point.
So it's really been a really respectful football game. Penalties have been low tonight. Nothing cheap like personal fouls. So pretty cool to see that.
Third down and 9 for the Panthers, trying to build on this 17-3 lead. And they toss it, and Woodring coming near sideline has running room to the 30. Arone and Frazier combine. They're going to stop him about a yard shy of the first down unless they spun him for a first to the 24th, but I think it is going to be a little bit short.
Yeah, he's short. There was nothing inside. That's where he was headed. He's like, nothing here. I'm going to bounce outside. Had a little speed. Thought he was going to be able to get the first down easily. Homer Center defenders holding on for dear life. Arone with the first initial hit, but he was able to bounce off of him until the cavalry came. It's going to bring up 4th and short.
This drive started in the third quarter at the River Valley 33. 4th down and a yard. Perchetti goes under his center, Jacob Twincheck. Quarterback keeper, and Perchetti has the first down. He's going to gain 2 or 3 depending on the spot. Wildcats did their best to hold him out, Jeff Cribbs, but just couldn't do it.
Yeah, and guys, after that last play for Homer Center, Gabe Ruffner just limped off the field, unfortunately. He's over at the Homer Center sideline getting some attention from the trainer.
Gabe Ruffner's been a good leader, a good player for Homer Center. Had a concussion earlier in the year. That happened leading into the Marion Center game, and what impressed me was on Labor Day morning, he was at the field rooting on his teammates for a 9:30 Labor Day practice. That told me something about Gabe Ruffner. Toss right, Woodring cuts it back, spins off a tackle, and Colin Dunn, who's back in the lineup, so evidently he's overcome his cramping issue, spins him down at about the 17-yard line. A gain of close to 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Woodring coming off to the right, sees the hole close up, quick steps it to the left, making guys miss. One of the blockers for the River Valley Panthers, Twincheck. You said it seems like he's been here for years. He's one of the leaders on that line.
2nd down, 5, tight formation again. Wing left is Woodring, to the right Hunter Adair. Fullback is Hutter, and the fullback has the ball, and he fumbles it, and it's going to be recovered by Perchetti. Now, they'll back that up. No, it stayed in play, so it's going to be at the 4-yard line. That's Perchetti.
Great heads-up play there for Perchetti. He was downfield blocking, as he usually does, as he's Johnny on the spot there to recover that ball. Could have been costly for River Valley.
Caden McNulty made the initial hit, and then a second player come over, hit, the ball came out. Wow.
So a break for River Valley. Now, if that ball goes out of bounds, the new rule this year, it goes back to the spot of the fumble. You a movie buff, Bill?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I'm looking out of the window. There's no screen. Now there's a timeout, so I'll continue with the story. Remind me. Okay. You're looking through the screen. There's a movie, My Cousin Vinny. But I don't know what
that one I saw that.
9:12 to play in the football game. River Valley knocking on touchdowns door. It's 17-3 Panthers over the Wildcats on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
The fourth quarter is being powered by Homer City Redevelopment. This game is almost over, but Homer City Redevelopment is just getting started, because for Indiana County, the best is yet to come.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
In goal at the 4-yard line. Bill Cody had the line of the night with the My Cousin Vinny analysis, but we'll get back to that. Perchetti sends Woodring in motion. They toss it to Jake. Jake, big hole off the right side into the end zone. His second touchdown of the night.
Burdick could have ran through that hole.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but his 10th of the season, and the River Valley Panthers have now busted it open. It's 23-3 with 9:07 left here in the football game. Big hole, credit, Twincheck, Ben Whitmer, Dakota Sprague on the right side of that line.
Looking good, and then I don't even think he was touched, Mark.
No, I don't think he was. You said there's a lot of Utes here tonight, then, right?
Yeah.
These two Utes, my cousin.
These two
Vinny.
what? These two what?
These two Utes. Cole Heckathorn out of the hole to Perchetti. Zeke Doak, the long snapper. They've been perfect tonight in this department. Converted a field goal too. Snap is good. It's put down and the kick is up and the kick is through. And the Panthers have a commanding 24-3 lead over the Wildcats. 9:07 left in the football game. Our coverage from Panther Stadium on a gorgeous homecoming night will continue right here on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
On the field tonight, it's all about power, teamwork, and determination. The same spirit driving Homer City Redevelopment. And just like our community is powering up for the future, Homer City Redevelopment wishes all of the players, coaches, and fans a healthy, successful football season. While this game may be in the fourth quarter, for Homer City Redevelopment, they're just getting started, because for Indiana County, we all feel the best is yet to come. And you can read all about it in the Renda Media Best of Indiana County magazine. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club and Twin Cities Event Hall on Mill Road in Grayston continue to rise to new heights. Membership is soaring, and now's the time to join the best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County. Exciting renovations are underway, including a brand new outdoor stage and handicapped accessible parking at the hall. Enjoy a friendly atmosphere at the club, great food. Don't miss delicious pizzas every Thursday and Friday. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Mill Road in Grayston.
Let's go Wildcats!
Thorne's kick is taken by Brady Frazier. Big hole up the middle for Brady. Breaks the tackle at the 35, out over the 40 to the 45-yard line. And Frazier with good speed tackled. Let's see, on that kick coverage, 28, Hauser being credited. What about the Luther Ford drive summary for River Valley, Bill?
12 plays, 67 yards. They were 1 for 2 on third down, 1 for 1 on fourth down. And they had 4 first downs. And one of the things they were, the stat at the half with the time of possession, that drive marked 6 minutes and 36 seconds. That is something that River Valley wanted to do, control the ball, get some of that time of possession back.
So the Wildcats in a big hole here. In the backfield, it is Connor DeArmond, Arone to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. He finds his tight end, Caden McAnulty, into River Valley territory inside the 45 down to about the 42-yard line. Brady Kaufman on the tackle, and it's a first down. So the Wildcats have found some holes in this River Valley defense in the passing game, and all of this could pay dividends down the road. Homer Center's schedule will lighten as the second half gets underway, although Greg Page would cringe when he hears me talking about that. Second half of the season for Homer Center. Next week they start with Purchase Line, then winless Conemaugh Valley, and then winless West Shamokin, then at Cambria Heights. Tough game there, and Portage a winnable game. So a much easier slate. I'll get back to that after this play. Arone to pass. Passes through the arms of the intended receiver in there for Homer Center, Aiden Griffith, a junior. Strength of schedule. Homer Center Wildcats and Cambria Heights Highlanders have faced the toughest schedules as we reach the midway point tonight. Counting tonight's game against the Panthers, Homer Center has played 4 of the 5 teams expected to contend in the conference, including Northern Cambria, United Valley, Marion Center, and tonight River Valley. And 3 of the first 5 opponents also double-A schools. Their first 5 opponents 13-7 entering tonight's action. Arone to pass, floats it out. Deegan Fedoric inside the 35 down to about the 32-yard line. Forced out of bounds by guess who? Brody Hutter. Cambria Heights also, Bill, a double-A school, has played 3 2A opponents, beating United Valley and River Valley before losing last week at home to Marion Center. There's a timeout now called by Ed Dalton, and River Valley, he wants to talk things over with 8:13 remaining in the football game. It's all Panthers, 24-3 over the Wildcats on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Snap's good. The pass is caught. Touchdown. Just like a winning team, Integrated Power Services knows it takes dedication, teamwork, and vision to succeed. That's why IPS proudly supports our local high schools in both academics and athletics. Because whether it's the classroom, the court, or the end zone, excellence starts with commitment. Here's to a bright future and a winning season from your friends at IPS. Integrated Power Services. Respond, rethink, resolve.
Drive through summer and save big at Luther Ford. Right now at Luther Ford, lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT or Ford Ranger XLT, your choice, just $420 a month. That's right, your choice, just $420 a month with no money down. These Luther Ford leases are incredible, and with no money down, the savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
Breaking in there defensively, also disrupting that play, was Brody Forsha, and now a flag flies.
He disrupted it, and Waino finished it.
What's the penalty all about here? Personal foul, Homer Center. Let's see if we pick it up after the play here on our replay monitor in the booth. Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club, thank you for presenting the pictures of tonight's game. And, I see. Jackson Taylor, 154, kind of roughed up another 54. And you can't do that. And he just hurt his own team. Instead of 3rd and short, it'll be 3rd and long. I like the fire, but it's got to be controlled, Bill.
Yeah, it does. And you know what, Mark? Speaking of that, I heard a rumor today. Do you know that it rained in Indiana County today?
Really? Where?
Jeff?
It rained in my house for 3 whole minutes today, Bill.
Yep.
Wow. Breaking news, Jeff.
Enough to barely cover the dust on my car. That's about all it did.
Jeff, you'll be back in the booth calling the game next week at United Valley with Bill. And River Valley's opponents in the first half were 12-8, but second half of the season, they have road games at United, at Marion Center, and a home game with Northern Cambria. So, they're going to have a tough second half of the season as far as the strength of schedule goes.
There are a bunch of big games coming up for River Valley, that's for sure.
Next week could be a real slugfest.
United
physical football.
United Valley. Is that who that is?
United Valley.
Yeah.
Merger of Blacklick Valley, or a co-op, I should say, of co-op with Blacklick Valley and United. Homer Center entering the night in the District 6 Class A rankings. They were ranked 2nd and in line for a home playoff game. So long to go yet, but it's worth taking a peek at as we reach the midway point. Arone to pass, 4th and forever. Arone going to throw over the middle. Nice catch by Deegan Fedoruk, who reached above his helmet and hauled that in. Well done, Fedoruk, tackled by Jake Woodring, or Brody Kaufman, I should say, on that tackle for the River Valley Panthers. Get a replay. Describe this one, Bill.
Yeah, he goes back to pass, takes a deep drop, has all the time. Look at the protection, and then he just throws a dart as he watches the receiver get a little separation in the secondary. Great play, great pass and catch, and it's going to move the sticks. And Homer Center's probably wondering where this was at in that second quarter that turns out to be one of the most crucial plays of the game late in that first half. But they're driving now.
22-yard pass play to Fedoruk. Caden McAnally, tight end right. They give it up the middle, and bouncing it outside is Connor DeArmond to the 20. And the little guy, DeArmond, at 5'7", 162 with some good yardage, about 7 yards on first down. On the tackle for the Panthers, Dakota Hupt.
Yeah, Tanner Flickinger had him. The junior, 215 pounds linebacker, and he was able to bounce off of him. Nice run on the play. 2nd down and 2. Man, that was a 4th and long that he connected on that. That was a nice pass by Arone.
4th and 16.
Wow.
22-yard pass play to Fedoruk, who made a great catch. He's a underclassman as well, a 6'3" junior. And Arone fakes it to DeArmond, keeps it, and not much going on right near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely smothered by Brody Hutter. Also, Michael Waino getting up off the bottom of the pile, and it'll set up 3rd down and a deuce for the Wildcats.
Michael Waino reminds me of like when he was a kid. Never came home clean. Looks like he played in the dirt a lot, man.
Not going to get dirty on this beautiful turf.
No, this is fantastic.
What a night for football on September 19th. Trips to the left for the Homer Center Wildcats. Arone looking to pass, going to fire underneath, wide open. Fedoruk at the 12-yard line for a first down. They converge and drop him, but underneath, the Wildcats have found some holes and some success.
They kind of sit down there, and River Valley's players are like, which player do I cover? Which player do I cover? And the one that they don't, Arone's finding him.
Max Perchetti made the tackle. 1st and 10 at the 11 of the Panthers. So the Wildcats, these little things, Bill, can help you build on it for next week. And Purchase Line, they only have 1 win, but they're not a bad football team. And a timeout going to be called here by who? Homer Center. 5:26 left in the game. Wildcats with the 1st and 10 from the Panthers 11 when we return on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network. It is 24-3 Panthers. Back after this.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
Wildcats threatening. It's always good to be ranked number 1. The gold standard of care at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge and Blairsville's not gone unnoticed. They were voted best urgent care and walk-in clinic in the Best of Indiana County contest. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, Old Route 22. In Blairsville, just a Cole Heckathorn field goal away from Panther Stadium. A roan to pass, going to be grabbed up high and thrown down. No flag.
No, he got his short mark.
And another loss. As the Wildcats, second time in this game they've been down close, and sacking him was Brody Forsha, or Andrew Hebenthal being announced. Let's see if we get the replay here, and we do in the booth. And it is not Hebenthal.
Back of his shirt.
It's Forsha on that tackle.
So here we go again, Mark. They were knocking on the door, and now they're getting knocked back again. Back to the 20.
Second down and 19. Twin receivers to the right, Twins left. A roan to pass, deep drop, steps up, sacked again. Back at the 30-yard line. This time breaking through Andrew Hebenthal for sure. And the Wildcats can't get out of their own way when they're getting down close tonight. And an injury to boot, Jackson Taylor, their starting left tackle, is down. He's going to walk off the field under his own power, so I think he's going to be okay.
Wow, Mark, this has been red zone disaster for Homer Center here tonight.
Good call. That's a good way of putting it. Red zone's disaster indeed.
Or in this case, well, the first half it was goal to go. This one they needed the 1 for a first down.
Two steps, one step forward, two steps back,
yes,
right?
Sir.
Third down, you need the bus. They're at the 28-yard line of the Panthers. They can get a first down at the 1. I shouldn't say this. I'll walk home if that would happen. Pass out to Fedoruk at the 20 and just lowers his shoulder. Might be a situation where you, just for experience sake, you roll out the field goal team, because in a critical situation, you might need that down the road.
Who do you think you are, Jim Rooker?
Yeah.
Walk home?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that who it was?
It was. Jim Rooker.
From Philadelphia. Nope, they're going to go for it.
Fourth down, 19 to go from the Panther 20-yard line, 3.5 minutes remaining in the football game. Beautiful homecoming night at Panther Stadium. Marone takes the shotgun snap. Pressure coming, sacked again, and sacked again by Brody Forsha.
What a night for Brody Forsha.
And they'll turn it over on downs.
And that's just a wearing down, yep.
Media timeout on the field. We'll step out for a final time in the game. 3:22 left. It's River Valley 24 and the Homer Center Wildcats 3 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Your happy place could be a reading chair in a south-facing window, a porch for your vegetable garden, or a flower garden that gets sunshine all day. And S&T Bank wants to help you get it. With an S&T Home Equity Total Line of Credit, you can afford to make it a reality and also afford all the extras to make it perfect. Whether it's outdoors or indoors, S&T Bank opens doors. Learn more about a Home Equity Total Line of Credit at stbank.com or visit a local branch. S&T Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I'm sure it'd tell you he would catch 99 out of 100 times. And the give, carrying that football, I think that's Hutter again.
I'll check that.
Jeff Cribbs, Homer Center's done some good things, but I think Bill Cody put it the best, red zone disaster.
Yeah, you're right, Mark. It's really been they just haven't executed all. They've gotten close a couple of times and have only gone backwards than they've gotten down here, and that's led to them only coming away with 3 points so far in the game.
Yeah, but those two drives, Jeff, they came out empty.
Cam Ringler, a youngster, made that tackle for Homer Center. Out of town scoreboard real quick, end of 3. United Valley 49, winless Conemaugh Valley nothing. West Shamokin trailing Marion Center 24-0. Wolves are winless. So Marion Center woke up a little bit after a sluggish first half. Cambria Heights has battled back after trailing. They lead Northern Cambria 21-14. River Valley has called a timeout, so we will take one too from Panther Stadium. Scoreboard reads Panthers 24, Wildcats 3 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
To be a champion, you need to have teamwork, great skills, good conditioning, and above all, you need to stay healthy. But if injury occurs, you need a team of specialists that can get you back in the game. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping area athletes for years. Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC. ITT, the best in our field, and voted Best Physical Therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
Hi, I'm Eric Brocious. Many of you know me as a high school teacher and a coach. What you didn't know, though, is I'm also a businessman, owner of EMB Computing. I'd like to invite you to our new state-of-the-art facility to see our line of computers, laptops, iPads, MacBooks, and accessories. If you're a business owner, we'll assist you with your networks, servers, workstations, printers, and even your business phone systems. We are located at 57 North 11th Street in Indiana, or you can find us on the web at embcomputing.com. We are your technology specialists.
Wildcat defenders, a couple young guys in there, were running every which way but the right way, and Perchetti booted to his left.
Guys, that was a fantastic fake by Mac on the play.
Yeah,
he just tucked the ball in his hip and sort of jogged to the left, and no one knew he had the ball until he came to throw it.
Yeah, we were just looking at the replay, and we're not going to name names wearing white, but they were a little bit fooled with that ball on the hip.
No, because Aaron Rodgers did that last weekend. He had a great play fake that fooled everybody. That was a great play fake, but Carter Henry, you can't blame him. I mean, he did exactly what he was supposed to do. Chase
now,
where the ball is.
Flag flies. The official couldn't get it out of the pocket, but offside on Homer Center.
It happens all the way up to the pros.
I used to love the Blairsville Bobcats and Wildcats. Ernie Widmar, Abda Torrey, 2 great guys. Wow. They played all the way back to 1923. It was a Bobcats 13-0 win. From 1923 to 1950, Blairsville was 20 wins, 2 losses, 2 ties. Then from 60 through 2019, when it sadly ended, the Wildcats were 33, 26, and 2. Overall, the Bobcats led the series as it ended 49-39 and 5 ties. Hunter Adair threw an opening on the left side, and look out, here comes Hunter with great speed. Chasing from behind Homer Center. Hunter's at the 40, to the 30, to the 20. Wildcats tried dragging him down, and they do give credit to Homer Center's Tavius Skillings for not giving up on the play.
And Adair's just making me look good. I said, don't let him get out to the perimeter. And finally, he broke one here tonight. He got to that left side, and you saw him turn on the Jets mark. He started out running that secondary, and it was just a foot race at that point. Finally got caught, 1st and goal.
63-yard run for Hunter Adair. Hunter Adair coming into tonight's action was averaging 6.9 per pop, 125 yards on 18 carries. That average just went up, did it not?
Oh, yeah, big splash. He's one of those guys that provides the big splash plays that we've seen so much of this season.
Twins to the right, but I think that's window dressing for the Panthers. Hutter, the fullback. Hutter gets the handoff. Wildcats can't keep him out of the end zone as he plows in for his 2nd touchdown of the night at 5th of the season. And that makes it a 30-3 advantage for the River Valley Panthers. It was all set up, though, by Hunter Adair's 63-yard run as Hutter caps off an impressive 75-yard march.
Well, it's icing on the cake. You stop them a second time when they're down inside that red zone, You turn the ball over, and River Valley makes them pay.
Cole Heckathorn out of the hold of Perschetti. Right-footed soccer-style kicker. Snap is put down by Max, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. 31-3 Panthers with 1:49 left in the football game. Maybe a little surprising that Dalton still has his starters in, but he does, and they convert. Some of the youngsters out there for Homer Center heading to the far sideline, and they will have to bounce back next week against Purchase Line. We're coming back with the Panther kickoff after this on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Your happy place could be a reading chair in a south-facing window, a porch for your vegetable garden, or a flower garden that gets sunshine all day. And S&T Bank wants to help you get it. With an S&T Home Equity Total Line of Credit, you can afford to make it a reality and also afford all the extras to make it perfect. Whether it's outdoors or indoors, S&T Bank opens doors. Learn more about a Home Equity Total Line of Credit at stbank.com or visit a local branch. S&T Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Return on the kick coverage, Patrick Hilaire for the Panthers. 1:44 left in the football game, and this homecoming night will be successful for the River Valley Panthers, who will improve to 4-1 at the midway point. And the Wildcats will drop to 3-2. And for Homer Center supporters, if you'd have told many of them after 5 weeks coming off of back-to-back 2-8 seasons, you'd be 3-2, you'd probably take it, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Timeout on the field. We're going to keep it right here and tell you that River Valley will be at United Valley next week. Jeff Cribbs, Bill Cody will have the call, 6:30 on Cat Country 106.3. Wildcats will host Purchase Line. It'll be back-to-back home games for Homer Center. Purchase Line and Conemaugh Valley to follow as the schedule lightens a little bit. And River Valley will head to Purchase Line in a couple of weeks, as a matter of fact. So,
I got to mention to you, last week when we got the final score of the Cambria Heights Marion Center football game, Ed Dalton was just walking away from the booth after we had him live on the air, and he said, "What was that?" And he heard it, and he went, because they lost to Cambria Heights, but they still have their shot at Marion Center.
Yep, and they are back in the race for the Heritage Conference. Although the bigger fish there is always the District 6 playoffs.
But they're circling October 17th on their calendar.
Yeah, that's going to be an outstanding game. Hopefully we'll be able to do video out at Marion Center. We'll try to, for sure. Backup quarterback Eli Turk into the game for Homer Center, and he hands it off to Carter Henry, and Carter Henry going to be smothered right near the line of scrimmage.
Handoff goes to Carter Henry. Eli Turk, my neighbor.
Oh, is that right? How about that? River Valley with some younger players in there now.
Always tough when the white jerseys come on, the new jerseys come on. No gain on that play.
We're approaching the 1-minute mark of this football game.
It was just the methodical process of River Valley doing what they did tonight, similar to what they did against Penns Manor.
Handoff, or is it
22 keeping?
Eli Turk keeps the football out over the 25 to the 26-yard line, so Eli will gain some positive yardage. A sophomore, 5'10", 164 yards, or 164 pounds, I should say. Third down and about 5 to go. On the tackle was Anthony Basile. Want to thank Darren Studnicki from the faculty down here at River Valley. I've had the opportunity to work with them and do some things here, help them with a grant. We're creating the Renda Media Pennsylvania Broadcasters podcast studio. I did the first podcast with the superintendent here at River Valley, Philip Martell, and Turk keeps it again. Going to be close to a first down as we're down to 10 seconds. On the tackle, there's not a 56 on the roster, is there? Jeff, you know who 56 is? This game is over, but I'd like to credit him with the tackle.
I do not have him on my roster either, Mark.
Final score here at River Valley. Panthers win their homecoming game in convincing fashion. River Valley 31 and the Homer Center Wildcats 3. Stay with us for our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show coming up next, and we will have radio replays and interviews with both coaches when we continue on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Your happy place could be a reading chair in a south-facing window, a porch for your vegetable garden, or a flower garden that gets sunshine all day. And S&T Bank wants to help you get it. With an S&T Home Equity Total Line of Credit, you can afford to make it a reality and also afford all the extras to make it perfect. Whether it's outdoors or indoors, S&T Bank opens doors. Learn more about a Home Equity Total Line of Credit at stbank.com or visit a local branch. S&T Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
What sets one insurance agency apart from another? Building relationships. Hutton Blues Insurance prides themselves on building strong, personal relationships with their clients. Hutton Blues is an independent agency offering you choices to get you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, life, or retirement, you want an advocate working in your best interests, and that's the Hutton Blues Insurance Indiana County and Trent Insurance Cambria County.
3-yard field goal from Cole Heckathorn, capping off an 8-play, 35-yard field goal drive that took 4 minutes and 2 seconds. At the 3:54 mark of the first quarter, it was 3-0, and then the defense went to work, forcing a 3-and-out. Brady Frazier, a very short punt that netted only 17 yards. River Valley took over in Homer Center territory at the 47-yard line. From the 41-yard line, they were faced with a third down. The give up the middle to Hutter, breaks the tackle, has a first down, 35, 30, 25, 20. Fedora can't catch him, touchdown River Valley. It is Brody Hutter's fourth touchdown of the season as he takes it 41 yards, and it was clogged up the middle, and he found some daylight and took it to the house, and it's 9-0 Panthers. 10-0 after Heckathorn's extra point, 3-play, 47-yard drive. We move to the second quarter. Homer Center scored, but it ended up a field goal too. They drove the ball well between the 20s tonight, had a lot of red zone issues. 15-play, 67-yard field goal drive, 29-yard field goal, third of the year for Brady Frazier, made it 10-3 at the 6:08 mark of the first half. Back came River Valley, starting at their own 32-yard line. They got a 32-yard run from quarterback Max Perschetti to the 39-yard line of Homer Center, and then a leaping catch for Brendan Brzezinski, a 26-yard pass play to the 8-yard line. And from the 4-yard line, second and goal, Jake Woodring, the sophomore, went to work for the Panthers to extend the lead.
Woodring.
And it's Woodring with the carry. Woodring into the end zone for a River Valley touchdown. Woodring from 4 yards out.
13th of the year? No, I'm sorry, 8th of the year?
That's his 9th touchdown of the season. 2:57 left as they flash the LED lights here, different colors. It's 16-3 River Valley. Well done, 68-yard drive. Homer Center threatened late in the half. The red zone disaster number 1 I have marked in the book. They moved the football down to the 5 or 3 yard line. A 5-yard penalty set them back to the 8, then a sack, and then an interception by Max Perschetti. A wasted opportunity for Homer Center to make the game interesting at the half. We were at 17-3. No scoring in the third quarter. We headed to the fourth. River Valley fumbled. It was recovered by Perschetti, so it was fumbled forward, and Perschetti recovered the football on the Hutter fumble, and then Jake Woodring, his second touchdown of the night.
Crescetti sends Woodring in motion. They toss it to Jake. Jake, big hole off the right side into the end zone. His second touchdown of the night.
Burdick could have ran through that hole.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but his 10th of the season, and the River Valley Panthers have now busted it open. It's 23-3 with 9:07 left here in the football game. Big hole, credit, twin check, Ben Whitmer, Dakota Sprague on the right side of that line. Yeah, for sure, they opened it up. Wildcats, red zone disaster number 2. They drove down to the 11-yard line, had a 1st and 10, big pass play to Deegan Fedoric, but they wasted that, a couple of sacks, and River Valley then put the final touches on this football game with 1:49 left. Brody Hutter, the transfer from Mount Pleasant, finished off the scoring for the Panthers. Hutter, the fullback. Hutter gets the handoff. Wildcats can't keep him out of the end zone as he plows in for his second touchdown of the night at 5th of the season. And that makes it a 30-3 advantage for the River Valley Panthers. It was all set up, though, by Hunter Adair's 63-yard run as Hutter caps off an impressive 75-yard march. Final score, 31-3. Panthers 302 yards rush, or 302 yards of total offense. Homer Center 241. We'll give you the total stats a little bit later in the postgame show. Brody Hutter, the leading ground gainer, 12 carries, 86 yards, and a couple of touchdowns as River Valley wins it 31-3 over Homer Center. Panthers are 4-1. Wildcats fall to 3-2. Both coaches coming up next on our First Commonwealth Bank postgame show. That and more when we continue from Panther Stadium on the Renda Media Football Network.
The Grayston Coral.
Hi, this is State Representative Jim Struzzi, and like most of you, I find myself ready to watch some Friday night football, and this season is no different. I want to wish all our area athletes, band members, cheerleaders, and all who participate the best of luck for a safe, successful, and fun-filled season. These games wouldn't happen without the support of the community, and as a parent, I know the importance of after-school athletics and programs keeping our youth's mind and body ready to tackle life's hardest lessons. From me and my staff, good luck, and I'll be rooting for each and every one of you.
From furniture to flooring, mattresses to accessories, you'll save big at Dowd's. Dowd's showrooms are filled with furnishings from America's finest manufacturers. You can save thousands on Dowd's floor samples and receive incredible savings on custom orders. Whether you're looking to furnish one room or your entire home, right now it's all on sale at Dowd's. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
I'm State Senator Joe Pitton, wishing all students who participate in extracurricular activities every success in the classroom and on the field. The teamwork and leadership skills you learn today will serve you and our entire community well in the years ahead. We need future leaders prepared to step forward and make our region a better place to live, work, and raise a family. I'm proud of the work and effort you are putting forth. Have fun, be safe, and enjoy the season.
Paid for by Friends of Joe.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws.
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
And of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe, without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Get your instant quote today at wallbackinsurance.com or call us at 724-479-9378. More choices, more savings, more reasons to choose Wallback.
The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club and Twin Cities Event Hall on Neal Road in Grayston continue to rise to new heights. Membership is soaring, and now's the time to join the best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County. Exciting renovations are underway, including a brand new outdoor stage and handicapped accessible parking at the hall. Enjoy a friendly atmosphere at the club, great food. Don't miss delicious pizzas every Thursday and Friday. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Neal Road in Grayston.
Let's go Wildcats!
Of 31-3. I'm Bill Cody. I'm going to send it down to Jeff Cribbs. He's with Coach Dalton.
Thank you very much, Bill. Coach Dalton, congratulations on the homecoming win tonight, 31-3 over your closest rival, right? 119, 1 sheet away, did you say, right?
Right, 1 sheet away, right down the road. I thought we played really well defensively. I'll watch the film and see from there. We probably got to shore up a little bit of coverage, but I think all the errors are fixable. It was a great overall performance, OD, everything.
I agree with you, Coach. You did have some issues with your secondary. That's one thing I noticed. Some guys were getting open, and some guys were making tackles when they got open, but too many holes in that secondary for your team.
Yeah, I thought we countered their passing game a little bit the second half. We were able to knock some receivers off and do some things like that, but absolutely we're letting people run free. We were playing a little cautious in places, but Max got us off the field at halftime, and then I think we were able to adjust and take away a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, at the half, that was a big stop by your defense to keep them from going in. They were down at the 3-yard line, but you guys held them out there right before the half.
Right, and then we got some pressure on them in the second half, and we're just a little cautious in down and distance scenarios, so we're going to have to do a better job of knowing the down and distance and how deep we should be playing.
2 more rushing touchdowns again by Brody Hutter tonight. He's such a tough runner between the tackles, Coach.
Yeah, he does a lot of things that maybe you don't see. He is leading Jake on a lot of those point of attack things and usually blocking a tough guy at end. And I just think we know how important he is, and he's such a good kid. And Hunter Adair ripped a nice run at the end, and he's very deserving because he blocked very well all night.
And Brody's key for you on your defense too. He makes a lot of tackles at linebacker position.
Yeah, and when you put a guy and say you own the field, take away the field, make teams play to the boundary, that's quite an advantage. And then the team's counter is to try to throw that deep out, that deep curl, where he's not. So we're going to have to come up with some kind of combo match coverage to that, but we will.
And Coach, again, 2 more rushing touchdowns by Jake Woodring tonight. Talk about his night and how important he's been to your offense all season long.
Yeah, he's really talented. I think the first time I met him and watched him run around, I think I told him that he reminds me of a lot of the great backs I've had, and he's only a sophomore, so he just got to keep working.
And Coach, being down the field tonight, I was able to see up close and personal the size of your offensive line. Until you stand right beside these guys, you don't appreciate how big your offensive line really is.
They're collegiate. With the exception of the split guard, there's not a lineman that's not 6'3" or bigger. So, and they're all, 330, 320, 280, 275. They're big kids.
All right, Coach. Now, coming next week, you have another tough road test. Got to go on the road down to United Valley. What do you know about the United Valley team this year?
We're playing at Blacklick Valley, which was a surprise to me, and they're good. We watched them on film. Their kids are tenacious. Their number 7's as good as any player I've watched on film on both sides of the ball. They do what they do. They have some unusual things they do on defense, but they're good at them, and we obviously understand on that field. And on a Friday night, it's going to be a big game for both of us in AA, so we'll be ready.
Coach, congrats on the wins. Good luck. We'll see you next week at United.
All right, thank you.
All right, Bill, back up to you.
All right, Jeff, thank you. Thank you, Coach Dalton. 31-3, the final score. River Valley improves to 4-1. Falling to 3-2, Homer Center Wildcats. A tough game tonight. They were able to move the ball. They made some critical mistakes, and unfortunately they were happening when they were inside the 20-yard line of River Valley and trying to make some noise. The highlight of the night, I loved it, Heckthorn kicking a 43-yard field goal. I thought that was fantastic for the River Valley Panthers, and we are getting set to send it. Okay, we're going to hold on here. We got Mark Burdick coming up. He's going to be talking with the coach for Homer Center Wildcats, Greg Page, as they fell to 3-2. I just thought it was one of those games where it was a wear you down kind of game. The River Valley offensive line, the River Valley defensive line, they just took control of the football game and came away with a victory.
Kind of a funny moment down here, Bill, that Coach Page is actually helping some River Valley staffers, I think, cart some stuff around. I'm not sure what he's doing, but I saw him pushing something with the River Valley staff member out toward the exit. Now he's coming back in the stadium. He does a little bit of everything, even on the road.
You got to corral him, Mark. You got to corral him. Mark is down waiting for Coach Page to come over and talk about this football game tonight that dropped the Wildcats to 3-2.
And he is making his way up. So put that down. River Valley Marching Band performing. Before we start the interview, back to our studio engineer, Michael, I just have to say, you're like your late father who used to clean up the locker room on the road. You're even helping staffers haul stuff around. Is that what you were doing over there? I have to ask you a little lighter moment here.
Well, yeah, I think she said it was her first night doing this, and I said, well, let's turn it this way and try to get it through the gate, and she was appreciative. I've been in those situations, and it's like, why not lend a helping hand, right?
All right. Back with you on our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show with Homer Center Wildcat head coach Greg Page. 31-3, Panthers win it. Coach, I know the scoreboard is lopsided, but you left some things on the field tonight. I called it, I think Bill Cody, who's doing color tonight, appropriately said red zone disaster night for Homer Center. You just weren't efficient in the red zone at all. You went backwards on a couple of occasions late in the first quarter when you were at the 3-yard line, 5-yard penalty, drive killer, and then a sack. And then in the fourth quarter, you were down after a couple of nice completions at their 11-yard line and went backwards. So that makes a big difference. You could have been in a 17-10 dogfight at halftime.
We could have been. You have to be able to run the football. And the second part is you get down inside the 5 and you can't commit a illegal procedure penalty. But credit goes to them. They made it hard for us to run the ball. They made it hard for us to do anything out of a quick game, passing game, which we were successful with. But you have to be able to be more diverse than that.
Carson Arone, I'm sure that interception he'd like to have back. He threw into double coverage there at the end of the half, but he also did a lot of good things tonight because he was really feeling some heat from their front.
He was, yeah, and I mean, they were aggressive. I mean, those are some things that we hadn't really seen with the pressure. We got a couple guys banged up front, which is no excuse, but when if you want to do more drop back stuff or routes that take a little bit more time to develop, you have to have a sound protection, and we didn't tonight. So, but he threw the ball well at times. Our receivers ran good routes. We exploited the areas we wanted to exploit. The problem was we weren't consistent enough all the way around.
It was not a good night defensively from the standpoint of good sound tackling, because I thought in the first 4 weeks of the season you were pretty good in that area, but would you agree not so good tonight?
Absolutely. That's what I said at halftime. I said we were tackling like a midget football league team, and that's just not good enough when you got a strong fullback, you got a quarterback who's slick, and a couple running backs who can stick their foot in the ground. Once their guys up front were pushing us around at times, but the back seven, as we call them, the linebackers and secondary, needed to come up and make short tackles, and we were not successful with that tonight.
Not to make this any kind of excuse with the double-way, single-way thing, but boy, when you have the luxury of playing basically some different guys in the trenches on both sides of the ball, it's going to keep you fresher. And I think Bill Cody has pointed it out. They've just been able to wear teams down because of that as they get into the second half. Do you feel that started to happen tonight?
Yeah, it was a human night, and it's a luxury. I mean, it's a luxury they have, and we're just not quite there yet. We could probably do that maybe near the end of the season, but we still got guys that need to develop. And so it's one of those things. You got a humid night. We had a little bit of cramping, and we got guys going both ways. But credit to them. I mean, they pushed us around, especially offensively.
This caps off the first half of the season, and Coach, I think in all candor, if I'd have said to you, with the schedule you were facing, would you take 3-2 after 5 weeks? Obviously, I know you want to be 4-1 or 5-0, but all in all, with opening up at Northern Cambria, going on the road to Marion Center, going on the road to River Valley, home game against AA United Valley, you can't be too disappointed.
No, for the most part, the effort's been there. But what I told our guys in the post-game huddle was, now they see, and it's not like they don't. It's not like they don't work hard at practice, but we have to be more consistent at practice, and we weren't this week. And I don't feel like we were really the last week against Penn's Manor, but it was a little bit worse this week, and it showed. It exposes you against really good football teams, which we saw tonight.
Next week, homecoming, right, at Homer Center's Memorial Field. Purchase line, I'm not sure what they were doing tonight. They entered action 1-3. But honestly, just reading some, between the lines, I haven't seen them personally. But I don't think they're a bad football team, one that you can take lightly. And I don't know that you can, with the state of your program, even though you're coming back from, back-to-back seasons of 2-8, I don't know that you can take anybody lightly, to be honest, right?
We never would. Purchase Line's had our number the last couple years, I think 3 to be exact. And you never take for granted a Matt Felicic coach team, because he gets the absolute absolute best out of his kids up there every year. So it's always a tough game. Like I said, the last 3 years they've owned us, and so we need to turn around the beginning of the week and focus on us, and then we need to get ready and play them well. We got to bounce back. That's the only way to put it.
You knew you had a big challenge tonight. Unfortunately, it didn't go your way. Thanks for doing this. We'll talk to you next week when Purchase Line comes to Memorial Field.
Thank you guys very much.
Head coach Greg Page of the Homer Center Wildcats, 31-3. Panthers win it. We're going to come back with more on our First Commonwealth Bank postgame show right after this on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
It's Summer Meltdown at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. We're on fire. Take up to $10,000 off a new 7-passenger Outlander. Up to $6,500 off the sporty Eclipse.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
From furniture to flooring, mattresses to accessories, you'll save big at Dowd's. Dowd's showrooms are filled with furnishings from America's finest manufacturers. You can save thousands on Dowd's floor samples and receive incredible savings on custom orders. Whether you're looking to furnish one room or your entire home, right now it's all on sale at Dowd's. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
It's Summer Meltdown at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. We're on fire. Take up to $10,000 off your new Mitsubishi. Plus, you get the best warranty on the planet and free scheduled maintenance. Whether you choose a Mitsubishi Outlander, gas or plug-in hybrid, Eclipse Cross, Outlander Sport, Mirage or G4, the Mitsubishi Giant's got you covered. Take up to $10,000 off today, only at
5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. It doesn't get better than this.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
Friday Night Lights aren't the only place you'll find excitement at Indiana Floral. Every arrangement is a celebration. From Bright School Spirit bouquets to gifts and balloons, Indiana Floral helps you cheer on your team and show someone you care. Parents, when you need flowers for birthdays, dances, or just to make someone smile, Indiana Floral is the hometown shop you can count on. Indiana Floral, fresh, fun, and always in season. Shop local. Stop by today on Warren Road or on IndianaPAFlowers.com.
Broadcast booth by Jeff Cribbs, who was down on the sidelines. Great job tonight, Jeff. You'll be back in your customary play-by-play role at United Valley. And Bill Cody, good working with him as well tonight. The River Valley Panthers just wore down the Homer Center Wildcats.
Yeah, they really did, Mark. And I commented to Coach Dalton, I've only watched his team from the press box, and being down the field tonight beside them, they're big guys. It's amazing how big those guys are, and they run 5 offensive linemen out there, and then they run 5 defensive linemen out there. And you talk to Coach Page about it. That really wears a team down when you don't have the same size or the number of players to be able to do that, especially on a warm night like tonight.
And that's their MO. I mean, that's what we've seen all season long, sans the Cambria Heights game. But that is what River Valley has been able to do. They've been able to bring out the players, and the Panthers wear down the opposition's line.
Let's look at the stats in this game. Rushing for the Panthers, they rushed 33 times for 276 yards, a couple of splash plays, including 60-some yards for, who was that, Hunter Adair in the waning moments of the game?
Yep.
And so they ended up with some pretty good yardage. All told, they were led by Brody Hutter, 12 carries, 86 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Jake Woodring, 11 carries, 73 yards. Max Perchetti, 6 carries, 50 yards, 32 on his first carry of the night to set up a score. And Hunter Adair finished with 4 carries. He was a -4 until he went 64. So he finishes with 4 carries for 60 yards, all told 276 yards. Passing, Max Perchetti in the game was only 1 of 5 for 26 yards. It all totaled up to 302 yards of total offense. For the Homer Center Wildcats, they just couldn't rush the ball. As Coach Page said, a lot of sacks factoring into the net yardage, 40 yards on 30 carries. But even at that, Gabe Coball only touched it 4 times for 11 yards. Connor DeArmond 4 times for 18. Eli Turk, backup quarterback role, 2 carries for 12 yards. Carson Arone, 20 for -1, and that's because he was just running for his life all night long. Yep. Passing, Arone, not a bad night, 19 of 28. 1 interception, his first of the season. He tossed it for 201 yards. Wildcats finished with 241. I thought Carson did some good things.
Yeah, he did when he wasn't under pressure. And you know, there are definitely holes in the River Valley secondary. And Bill and I have seen this all season long. And Coach Dalton definitely is trying to get that cleaned up before they progress further into the season. And I even asked him about it in the postgame, and he said, yeah, we're still trying to work on that. It's a work in progress. That's one thing coming near he knew was possibly going to be a tough spot in his team. His secondary was younger, sort of inexperienced, and we've seen that off and on during the first part of the season.
And when Homer Center's protection held up, he was able to find receivers, and he was able to throw some nice darts.
Yeah, I think that kind of thing bodes well as they move forward at Homer Center. Guys, I do this with Ward Hilliard. We'll do it with you. I'll give you the score. You just give me one of you. Give me a quick snapshot reaction. We'll start in the WPIAL because they were losing at one point. Indiana wins their second in a row under Mark Zielinskis, 41-34. Former Homer Center offensive coordinator Mike Arone's Derry Trojans go down at Charlie Kuzneski Field.
I'm a little surprised by the amount of offense Indiana's also able to put up. They were really struggling early in the year, and now they've scored over 40 points twice in 2 games in a row now.
Conemaugh Township in the Heritage Conference, 39-6 over Portage, convincing.
You know, back in the day, that used to be a great rivalry, Conemaugh Township and Portage, but right now, Portage trying to rebuild, trying to get back up there, bringing out 37 guys last week. I was used to seeing them with 60-plus guys.
Cambria Heights had to come from behind. That's such a huge rivalry. Those two schools hate each other. Cambria Heights 21, Northern Cambria 14.
It sounds like another Coal Bowl classic, really.
United Valley, no problem. Conemaugh Valley Mercy rule. The Blue Jays remain winless, 49-0. United Valley up next for River Valley.
Looking forward to that game. It should be a good one between these two 2A schools.
Marion Center may be in a bit of a slumber in the first half. It was 10-0, but it ends up 38-0 as Marion Center remains unbeaten at 5-0.
What do you think Coach said at halftime? Wake up, boys, wake up, and they rolled them.
And Purchase Line beat Penns Manor, so there's the score I was looking for. They shut out the Comets 14-0.
Wow.
Another good rivalry game between PL and Penns Manor, and sure, it looks like it didn't disappoint again.
Guys, as you can see, when we're on the road, we bring no shortage of equipment. So it was great working with you guys, and appreciate you letting me infringe on your territory, and you were into a different role tonight. I thought it worked out well.
You left me with all night long? Are you serious? Thanks, Jeff.
No, thank you, Mark. It was a fun time to get to do this together, simulcast on both radio stations, and the video is always nice to be able to give the fans a chance to watch it too.
We're going to plan for more of that down the road with River Valley. That Marion Center game looks big. John Smathers is cringing in the next booth over when he hears me adding video games. Speaking of John, we want to thank our digital manager and producer of Homer Center video streams, John Smathers. Our statistician in the booth was Jerry Rossai, spotter Don Mester. Our cameraman up top was Jerry Rossai, and helping out down below.
That was Gianna Torres with me on the sideline.
Yeah, I had to look it up. And our executive producer of Wildcat Sports on the radio side is Michael Burdick back at 9th and Philly. Speaking for Jeff Cribbs, that's him. If you're watching, he's Bill Cody. I'm Mark Burdick reminding you that the final score here tonight, the River Valley Panthers improved to 4-1, dropping the Wildcats to 3-2. Our final score on a beautiful homecoming night, Panthers 31 and the Homer Center Wildcats 3. Until I talk to you next week back at home for Homer Center's homecoming, these guys will be on the road at United Valley. We bid you a very pleasant good evening from Blairsville.
You've been listening to an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Football Sports Night.